Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by our live stream to hang out and smoke with us. Me and my wife, Crispy Wannabe, have had a long week, and we decided to just kick back and have a little toast session.
And let's not forget Mimsy. She wants to know meow everybody's doing out there.
Yes, Mimsy's been wild today. We love you, baby girl, even though you're bad. Yes.
Happy 420.
Happy 420. Here, babe, would you like to do the honors?
Sure thing. We are.
Give me 1 minute. I'll get some. We might be muted for all I know.
Better check.
Let's see.
Can I get a mic check? Can you guys hear me?
Can you guys hear us? That would be me. I would end up being the one that would.
I think they do.
Forget to put the damn.
All right. Before it's over. Here we go.
Thank you for firing that up. Kitty.
No sound, they said. Did you get it unmuted? Did you figure that out?
No.
We can't hear anything. Okay.
Okay. Why? I don't understand.
Can you hear us? No sound, they said. Did you get it unmuted? Did you figure that out? You can hear it now? Can you hear me now?
I hear you. Talk louder. Okay.
Hello.
Rowdy said his speaker was off. Man, he had me tripping over him. Like, damn, what did I do? I had feedback coming in. All right, we're good to go then. Let me get the give me 1 second here.
Put the link up. We'll get Mimsy in the mix.
I'm trying. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah, we like kind of hanging out with our plants
and our friends.
Our friends.
All right, now I'm ready to smoke.
Smoking on some do-si-do and Caramelicious. We broke out some Caramelicious.
Some Chiva.
So let's see if I can't find that cat. Where are you, Winsler?
She's right over there.
She jetted.
She's over there with the wire.
Oh,
Kitty, what are you doing? Come say hi to everybody. They want to meet Kitty.
Everybody.
Kitty, look back here. Hey, there it is. There she is. Pretty girl. Yeah. Look at her. She wants to bite him. She's so bad.
She wants to bite.
Kitty, you're a good gardener and we love you.
So, Rowdy asked earlier what we were going to do in the Spring Auto Flower Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good question. We have one auto flower lemon haze.
Lemon haze is what we got. Yep.
But Smot was mentioning that maybe we want to do a photo period, and we like the group, the photographer group
in the Spring Auto Flower Challenge.
Because I have an idea for the picture challenge, the photo challenge, being it that there's a picnic theme. I think I'll let my creative side maybe take a spin. Yeah. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be cool. I have some props.
Yep.
And no, they are not any Hulk arms.
No, the Hulk arms are gone.
No, they're gone.
I think they got thrown away.
Yeah.
From MSNL, that's right in front of you. You're looking at Matanuska Thunder. From MSNL, 40 days from seed. We flipped it a couple days ago. It's starting to stretch immensely, or bolt, I should say.
Yeah, she's bolting pretty good. Her stalk's really thick.
All of our seeds are from MSNL. I have no reason to stray at the moment.
We don't have any reason to stray, but I must say, and if you follow us, then you know we're growing an Amy Aces bred by the American one. And she really is the most impressive plant that we've ever grown. And we're not just saying that, like, her size is crazy.
She has the
potential to be the biggest.
The heaviest yielder ever. She's already the biggest as far as like architectural build. she's filling up a whole 4x4, almost all 16 square foot. So it's been a blast doing that. I'm kind of proud of myself, and but it's also fun. Aren't you proud of yourself?
Yes, I am.
I think
I'm
with the way that she started out as a tricot and everything, I didn't know how it was going to go. I think she turned out great. I'm worried about getting a little bit of rot, on the.
well, yeah. Smot's been talking about that ever since that fasciation took, a hold, I guess, is when we started noticing that is what exactly we were getting on top of being a tricot. I think that's pretty special. Because I like these anomalies. I like to see how they do. And we didn't do a lot of training and pruning, I think, because of that, it just being, we wanted to see just what it was going to do. And Mimsy's backing me up on that. She had a vote and she was the same. She was like, you know what, maybe we'll just let this one go a little bit, maybe train her into the net. And then the rest is history. But I thought maybe with that fasciation, we could cut it off if we really come into any big worry. I mean, as cool as it is and as happy as I am to grow it, I will sacrifice it if I think we're going to get mold, or if we decide, it's too big a risk. If we get too paranoid.
Yeah, sure.
But I want to give a shout out to you, chat, everybody in chat. Brady, Rowdy, Magister Templi, Staggering Productions, the Med Shed, Toasty's Burned, all of you. You make this so much fun. Super Vet back there, Bruce City, and everybody that's come into the chat. We appreciate you coming in and hanging out. We're just messing around and smoking and
not much going on.
No, we like to hang out.
Like I said, we had a long week, man. We didn't get to, I know I felt like we both worked a lot this week, and I felt like I didn't get to be in the community very much, you know what I mean? And so I figured, this is a good way to just kind of sit back, be with my plants, be with our plants, and smoke down a little bit, check them out.
Plus, like, I don't know if you guys can see, or if you can even notice that we added the other bars to the light.
Yeah, I think they can see all the bars.
The bars.
I think so. And then I put the link up there if anybody wants to join and show their garden or whatever. Show
the garden.
Yeah, I mean, there's 10 people hanging out. Welcome to come on. I'm gonna have to get me a coffee, smoke a couple of joints. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
You're up.
Hey, I did want to maybe go on here. Can you see this?
Hold on 1 second before you do that. Let me switch to. It's very hard to see. I can see a little bit. Let me back up. All right, now I can kind of see that you're taking the bar off. Yeah. That's the other side pops off first. Yeah, that side pops off first, and then it comes right down. But you can see how it will make your light hang crooked.
Yeah. Well, of course it will. I just wanted to show everybody how easy it is. And then when you put it back on, you want to
hold the whole fixture with one hand. There you go. Perfect. That's how I found to be able to do it the best. Bam. And you can put them on and off.
Right in.
I know, man. It's easy, ain't it?
Oh yeah, it is. It's really easy. Even a girl can do it. But I thought about making a video, and I figured I'd test it out. I just want to show people that those bars come off so easily, and while the light is on, and that it'll kick it, but not too much to one side. No. If you stagger them. Now, of course, if you put all 3 bars on one side and none on the other, it's going to kick hard, but it is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool light.
Hell yeah.
And those plants are definitely hawking. They're liking that light. They're doing pretty good.
So these plants in front of you are Matanuska thunders that we manifolded, and now I got to get the tent built. We took a couple clients.
The net.
I got to get the net built is what I meant to say. And somehow I got to get in there and put the net up with those 2 girls like they are. So this ought to be fun. Good thing I'm 6'5". I can bend a little bit, but I'll raise the light up, squeeze a net in there. I'm just procrastinating like always, you know.
Yeah, but she still, I think, will be pretty easy.
I can't believe how fast it's stretching. I mean, it was almost immediately. It was right into the light. It didn't take the normal 7 days or whatever to start stretching. It was like literally 3 days, and it seemed like bam, it started going. Yes, that light is dimmed to 75% right now.
Yeah, that dimming feature's the bomb.
Which actually might be a little high for as much as they've stretched. I should test it.
Right, we should test it right now. Let everybody know, like, literally they have bolted, like he said. So
give me 1 minute. Let me test it.
We'll get our the tester out. That weed nerd apparatus that he's going to be bringing out.
Yeah, buddy, I love this thing. It helps me out big time.
It does help us out for sure.
I don't have my mask, so I'll go in there, but I just won't let them see
I
my
think,
face.
yeah, if you keep your back turned, I don't think that they can see like past that.
No, I don't even have to go out there. I can stay back here and reach the whole way out.
And we'll see if they can't see the
reading.
The reading. That might be the hard part.
Oh yeah, they're at 1,056. They did stretch too far. They was way lower than that. Let's see what this one is. 1,090, 1,100. Yeah, you want to turn it down to 50?
That should take care of.
I'm glad you called that out, Rowdy, because that's the one
Thank you.
thing I forgot to mention. Look right there. You see the water on the leaf from the two leaves overlapping? Right there. Yep. Sons of bitches. I'll have to cut a couple of them leaves off. You know how I hate doing that. All right, let's see here. What's up? We're down to 760. That's more like it.
That's more like it, right?
760. Then this one over here is at 695. So 690 something. I don't know if you guys are able to see that.
I don't even know if they can see that.
The monitor. Hey, it's all dark
Here.
on the monitor here. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like you can actually sit at that there and see if they can see this reading.
Nope, it's straight black monitor.
Okay.
Hemp with Gigi's, cheers to you.
Gigi, hello.
We're just messing around, smoking a couple gibbers on 420. Yes, I do need more airflow, much more airflow. I got to get my other.
We have one fan in there.
I got to get my other fan out and get it plugged in. I've been, like I said, we've had a busy week, man. They've grown so much just this week that I got to get some much better airflow.
Where's the cap?
It'd be right here. I'll take that, put it back. We got another joint ready to go. I'm trying to get my head right. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I've been at this all day. But yeah, I can't wait for Amy to come on. She's my favorite plant right now. Nothing against these Matanuska Thunders because I'm grateful to be growing them. The genetics I know are tried and true. We've never really had problems with MSNL seeds not being big producers, nice plants, good genetics behind. Some of their plants' genetics are crazy good because I know what we've done to them and it didn't kill them.
Or harm them.
Straight up.
Yeah.
It's crazy what these plants are capable of, the abuse they're willing to take.
These two here are going to fill that tent. I'm afraid I'm going to have to really cut some lower growth off here in the next couple of days and just strip some of the growth tips from down low because there's just not going to be room for all that bud in there without any mold problems. I just know it, man. So we'll have to take some of the lower growth tips, but I would say that they're going to push my light to all the way to the roof.
Yeah, we'll be taking that light the whole way up.
I'm firing this jammer up.
Fire it up.
You ready?
Babe. Fire it up. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can come on, Gigi. Anybody can come on.
Come on, show us your garden.
Yeah, anybody
We're just
can
hanging
come on.
out.
The link's up there in the
It's a snow day and we're
it should be a pinned link. I'm not sure if you're seeing that, but I pinned it.
It's up.
Okay.
Here, I'll test her out.
just remember you'll have a lot of backlash and
Well, I have my volume all that completely off on my phone, but I'll try to enter. Okay. Let me come in.
yeah, there you are.
Got it. Okay.
You're linked in now.
Now I gotta cover that up.
Put your mask on. You'll be good to go.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you can turn your. You're
Oh,
right.
it's already.
Turn your phone to the side and you're good.
You still have to see my fun socks.
You should turn your phone sideways.
Okay. How's that?
Perfect. That's a much bigger screen now.
Let's get you in here.
Let me,
Oh, the smell.
let me spotlight your video here.
We're smoking on a little of this. It's like,
Comes CG.
cool. Here, I'll jump out. I just wanted to check.
No, you're fine. You're
Check
fine. Stay there. It smells so freaking
It
good.
smells so good.
Oh, that house is crazy good. Slow down. You're gonna make us sick.
I don't want to make
Too
you
much
sick.
jittery.
Yeah, you know what?
What's happening, Hemp?
Nothing much. I'm used to seeing your panel with all kinds of people up here. So when I came in, I was like, uh-oh, there's not a lot of people up here. I'm not sure if they're doing a show or like a show where people can come up.
Oh yeah, we're just chilling, man. Your garden's looking
Sorry.
good. No, you're all right. Let me.
I figure I jump off.
Let me give you the spotlight. Why is it saying pin but not spotlight? Huh?
Huh?
I use StreamYard.
Ah, you do use StreamYard. This. All right, there we go. I think you're pinned now. Looks good.
Yes, it does. Very, very good work, Gigi. You always have beautiful plants. So, this is nothing new to us.
I appreciate that.
It
Yeah,
looked
these
like
three-
biggest to littlest, from the back left corner being the smallest to the front right corner being the biggest.
Yep, they're all different ages.
That's pretty wild.
Like these are my big girls. And
Yeah.
here a little bit.
I would presume that you were having maybe you started some seeds, didn't get all of them to pop, started a couple more, and they staggered out over like a week, maybe something going on. Yeah. Huh.
No, it was more this turned in. It's gone a few different directions, to tell you the truth, Smot.
Okay.
At one point, I started some seeds in here, started some seeds in the 2x2, and then I moved
Gotcha.
them over here, and then started stuff in the 2x2, and then I broke down the 2x2, and then just decided, why am I having 3 veg tents going when I can just shove everything in one tent and just veg them? They don't care if they're different sizes.
Right. No, that's smart. It keeps everything condensed, less power draw, all that.
Mm-hmm. But then I had a buddy send me, he's sending me a 10-pack of some really nice seeds. So I'm thinking about breaking my own rules and doing 9 plants in a 5x5.
There you go. Just veg them short, man, and flip them.
Yeah,
Oh, I think I see. Yeah, those seeds will be fun, man.
I took down the 2x2 because I'm hoping to build me it's gonna sound weird, but a 1 foot wide by 8 foot long tent just to dry in, but also have it
Okay.
short enough that it can be a shelf so I can bring plants up, put them on top, and work on them.
I was gonna say, do you take clones of any of your genetics there and save them?
No, I'm not smart enough to do clones yet. I stay away from that. I know where I belong.
I disagree.
You are
but,
smart enough at GG.
but I understand space restrictions for sure.
Yeah. You know what? We were, apprehensive about the clones. We're having fun. We're having a lot of fun. And they're doing great. They're like growing up through, we have like a metal grate on top. And so to keep Kitty out.
And they're pushing up.
They're pushing up through it now.
Nice. No, your plants look good. Really good. How much room you got on that light to go up? Because they're already that
We
big.
got
Bigger.
a couple feet.
We got a good bit of light. Let's see here.
Nice.
Gallery view. All right, maybe this will help me. They're saying that I didn't have you. That's odd. I don't know why it's not letting me do this today.
I would look.
It always says give spotlight. Today it says, all right, let me remove pin. All right, we're back to this. More. Nope. Huh.
That's weird.
That's odd, man. This is the first time it's never given me
The option.
Remember at one
the
point
option.
you kicked me out at one point because I couldn't figure out how to leave.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Hey, if you turn your phone to the side, it'll get a little bigger.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you got to do that with YouTube as well because they fucking
Yep.
only take 16.9.
Is that
Yeah,
what it is? It's like a ratio aspect or something shit.
Yep, 16.9,
Like
and then Instagram preferably, I think it's 1 point something or other. But yeah, this is the biggest girl.
nice. I'm sorry.
That's a strawberry, mandarin cookie, mandarin cookie, mandarin cookie. Sorry, that's a blueberry. These 5 are the strawberries. My bad. See how many strains I have in here? I can't even keep up with them. It's ridiculous. I did cheat a little bit and use trainers though. So
Yeah, man, our training's out of control. What I'm doing is this is what I've been doing is I stop bending them when they're young. I just let them get long, then they become very pliable. And once I get them up to about 2 foot tall, I start opening them up into the 10 a little bit. That keeps they get enough bend in them without snapping.
100%.
It's just because I'm lazy and I don't want to tie them down real close to the substrate. I don't like them being 1 inch away from.
No, never tie your plants
Constant.
flat for sure.
Especially
I train
with
them
our,
until they are as wide as the pot, and then I allow them to grow a canopy, and then I train them
Yep.
again. Kind of like this is your first set of antlers, and then your second antlers come out. You get your width from your canopy, not your foot.
we never let the top of our media dry out ever. It's constantly at filled capacity. So that's just not good for me to have shit laying down close to there, you know?
Yeah. And you lose your canopy. So if you were to look at like a branch like this, we're going to say, okay, this is too tall. I want to tie it down. The problem is the new grows don't just tie it once and then allow it to turn up. What they do is they keep tying and keep tying and keep tying. And then when you look from the side, like, where did all my damn canopy go?
Yeah.
So I look at it as kind of like your arm, you know, if this is your runaway being your arm, if you were to tie it down, now you got to re-veg all this. You get little tiny tops all along it, where if you put an actual elbow in it, you keep all your canopy.
Yep.
And then you just lollipop everything under the elbow, move on. And then grow a canopy, do what you're saying, you know, grab those kind of stems that can take a quick beating, put a few super crops in them.
I'm thinking about super cropping this whole tent in front of me. I'm really worried that it's going to get massive.
Super cropped these 3 last night, these big ones, and I'm pretty sure I made them look ugly as fuck, but it was kind of like one of those things where you wake up and look in the tent and like, holy shit.
Yeah. I just bought a brand new roll of grafting tape for this very instance, you know?
I got to get some. Sometimes I do some nasty super cropped.
I like it because you can leave it on. It lets it breathe, but it'll still keep it nice and sealed up. You know, you don't have to take, like I use saran wrap for a while, but you have to take that off after a couple of days or it'll like mold up where the busted stem is and shit, not really help it. The grafting tape, I mean, it seems to be the same, but it works.
No, you're smart using grafting tape. I've used stupider stuff.
Yeah, like I've used blue painter's tape, that shit there also. Like if the plant came back around, started growing good again, and that was choking it out, made it all weird. I had to like try to peel it off little pieces at a time and shit. And it just ended up becoming, I thought it was going to cause a big issue, but it never really did.
Let me grab my charger real quick. I'm at 4%.
Take your time, man. This light goes off at 5 o'clock here. My other light comes on at 5. So I figured I'll stay on till at least then, get a peek inside this other tent. And yeah, it's just been a busy week. And I feel like I didn't get to visit a lot of pages or live streams or anything. So I figured we're snowed in today and it's cold. So we just decided to stay home and
hang out with you awesome folks.
Thank you. Crispy left the room there for a minute.
I had to go get a coffee, but I did want to say, hello to everyone in chat that has, come in. If I missed you, we really appreciate you being here, smoking down with us.
Yes.
So we're just hanging out with our plants, and they're big, man.
Gigi had to grab a charger. Said they'd be right back.
Check out leaf size, man. I don't know if they can see it as opposed to like my hand. I have a pretty big hand.
Hey, I'm back.
It's hard to zoom in here. Let me see if it'll let me zoom in on it here. Choose virtual background. Why is it doing that?
StreamYard.
That could be it. Yeah, maybe.
You need to get yourself a StreamYard.
I know I pay for this service too. I'm getting
Yeah, right.
let's see here.
I think I pay like 30 a month for StreamYard.
Wow, is it that
Wow.
much? This one's $14.99, I think. But
Yeah. Oh, it gets more expensive. There's a $50 plan on StreamYard.
oh yeah, there's multiple plans. I guess it just depends.
Depends
I don't
on
know.
quality and what you want to do. If you
Yeah.
want to be allowed to play old recordings as a restream, or if you want 1080p, which most people can't even support it anyways.
We had to use it because we don't have 1,000 people. It was giving us a hard time. We don't have 1,000 people. It was giving us a hard time trying to go live. I had to use Stream or Zoom just to be able to get through, and maybe wait 24 hours, all this other stuff. I've just now learned how to set it up to where people can, it shows that we're going to be going live in like an hour or two, whatever. That's helped.
Heck yeah. No, there's a few people that use Zoom. I think Eagle's one of them that uses Zoom too.
Yeah, there's a couple people that use Zoom. I think they use Zoom for the Sunday night show for the Cheap Homegrown too.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, we only got 14 minutes until the light goes off.
Yeah, we'll have to do the switcheroo. I can actually we'll show you Amy Aces if you don't mind. If you want to do that,
that's why I told them we can wait until it switches over. We'll have to just kill our video feed for a minute until I turn the chair and the camera and everything.
I'm sorry, I was doing something else. I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. Smart.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I apologize.
I'm looking around here, wondering what I want to smoke on next. What are you smoking today, Gigi?
Oh, mixture of all mixtures. It's pretty much a jar of just different shake that's come from different stuff. So I'm gonna roll it up. Got to get rid of it, right?
Yeah, it's got to go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna roll
nice to have that abundance of dry sift too. Like we can just sprinkle that in all of our joints. It's just it's got to go. So might as well hurry it up.
I've been giving it to friends.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
That's a good friend. Someone handing out that.
Would have sucked if I spelt it right there, huh?
I still have one more blunt left. I don't know if I feel like smoking a blunt or not. You guys want to
yeah.
smoke a blunt?
You can.
Oh boy.
Why not?
Oh boy.
There you go. Hold on. I'm on YouTube version. Let me get back over here real quick. I apologize there. Let me put you on
Is my ugly face on full screen? Oh no.
it's on there now.
Uh-oh.
Your whole, let's see here. Gallery view. All right. Mhm.
Does that make you feel better?
Oh man, that's
Yeah, it's just some keef. There used to be more in here, but like I said, I've been giving it away.
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
that's nice.
Nice. What is that? Like one of those what kind of holder is that? That's one of those sea vaults or something.
Yeah, sea vault. You can put your humidity packs in here after you've obviously burped and cured and stabilized.
It holds it in there for you.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some giveaways on the channel for some of them, and I was actually talking about them in my live, and Sea Vault actually messaged me. They were like, "Hey, we were watching your live. They really liked it, and they're like, we're gonna send you another care package." It's like I haven't reviewed the first
Awesome.
That is sweet.
Awesome, man.
So, yeah, you never know when they're watching.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You know? And you know your mom will be proud of you.
Yes. Very, very proud. Oh, I almost fell down right into the thing. Damn. Wow, that was an old dude move.
No more whiskey for Smot today.
I almost fell into the freaking camera or the whole setup.
We landed ourselves in a winter storm, so you know you got that weather too up there with you, Gigi. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Damn, it was wicked. I had to go shovel snow earlier.
Hey, you want to tell? We have like 17 people here. You want to tell them about your show tomorrow?
The show tomorrow is just a Sunday hangout. It's the next Sunday, the 20th. We're going to be having Dr. MJ Coco from Coco for Cannabis come in and talk about CO2 consumption. And, if you really need it, we have a lot of new growers and a lot of people in the community buying CO2 bags in an unsealed space with an underpowered light. So figure they might as well hear it from the guy that knows the stuff.
That's a great topic. Yes, I think it's, I'm going to be there. I'll be in the chat because I think I already have a couple questions myself, so I don't want to ruin it by bringing them up now.
I'll probably never do CO2, but I run into a lot of new growers that seem to think that's like the winning factor of just adding CO2.
There's a lot of it. I agree. There's a lot of new growers that feel like that's something that they need to implement into the budget, or that they're never going to have peak performance unless they have CO2. And I believe our tents, as well as a lot of the chat here, can prove that you can do it without it for sure. Hey, there's the American one. Sweet.
Yes, sweet.
You can add CO2, but not until you have the right light, the right conditions.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not pulling a pound of plant with atmospheric CO2, then I don't really think that that's your limiting factor. I mean, I don't know. Who knows what I think some days. What's up,
welcome, Tal? The American one. Hey.
What's up there, American one?
Hey, Crispy, Smart Poker, and Hemp with Gigi. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. We're so glad you're here. We're going to get to see Amy for the first time today in just a few minutes. I'm so glad that you're here. You get to see with us.
If you have about 9 minutes to hang out.
Yeah. I figured
that's awesome.
Say hello and show you at least a couple of my plants I have. Oh, it's already on.
Let's see if we can spotlight you here, buddy. There we go. Spotlight for everybody. It's finally doing it. Maybe I need more than 2 people to get a spotlight, huh?
Oh, maybe.
You do need more than 2. It happened on someone else's show that I was watching. I don't know how they figured it out. But this here is one of my blueberry by cheesequakes. This is the one I call yellow because it had the yellow zippy tie on it.
Okay.
But
that's a cheesequake right there.
It's blueberry by cheesequake.
Oh, okay.
From the seed that I made.
Okay.
So this is like a mother. I'm going to strip her down. I'm going to clean up the bottom, and I think I'm going to leave all the tops. Clean up the bottom, take cuts off of it, and flip it into flour.
Now, how many cuts will that plant yield for you? How much? What's a safe amount that you could take off a plant that size? If you don't want to.
Oh, a lot, because there's a lot of little ones underneath.
Yes.
Yeah, my lollipop, I take them, but I don't need that many. So, I end up throwing out a bunch. But yeah, there's just a ton down here that like even full branches I could take off. So
it looks very happy. It's in there all by itself.
Oh yeah, well I just reset this tent and I'm gonna start filling it up, but I have to make sure I get cuts off the ones I need.
Yes. You have how many tents do you have, Tal, or is that something you don't want to answer?
Oh no, I have 4 4x4s. I have a closet I'm utilizing and a basement, pretty much like that's open, that I have space utilized for cultivation.
Right. Oh yeah, that blueberry's looking good.
Yeah, let me show you. I'll put a couple more in here and show you. Hold on one second.
Awesome.
I'm always this is my favorite shit, man. Looking at other people's tents. I look at Gigi's tent and see this perfect canopy. Wait till you see how Amy Aces has done me dirty.
I think I lost audio again. It happens every time.
No, you're good. You have audio. But you guys had great training over there.
Oh my goodness.
With Gigi.
Yeah, I think that you should have a trophy, Gigi.
Yeah, I'm
for
never
training.
come back in. I can't hear you guys.
It's something to behold for sure.
He had to come back.
Awesome.
He had to go out and come back in.
You do an awesome job with the training, and it's like that. I remember that's the very first thing that I noticed about you when I first met you over at Coco for Cannabis is that talent that you had in training, the care that you took in that very first plant that I saw. Bravo.
Thank you. Thank you. Training's
awesome ever since.
Training's the best part of growing for sure, at least in my mind.
Uh-huh.
You're good at it. You make it look easy. It's not so easy, you know, for everyone.
I definitely need more. I always more and more practice with the training. One of these days, I'm going to get it right down pat. But then you know what it is? You get another different strain and try to do the same shit, and it acts all different for me anyhow. So it's like, what the hell's going on? How am I ever going to pin something down? So I just kind of go with the flow. I do the best I can. That's all I can ever ask of myself, right?
Yeah, we usually do go with the flow.
Don't be afraid to snap those runaways, though. Sometimes they need a lesson learned.
Oh, that's right.
Uh-huh.
All right.
You
let's
bad
see
naughty
here.
girl. You need a lesson.
The American one is back
Yeah.
now. With
There's
the,
something weird going on. Whenever I turn on my camera, and well, actually, when I turned it off this time, I lose audio from you guys. I don't know if I need to do an update or what's happening, but yeah, I still have my Bruce banner. I keep telling, if you guys pay attention, it's like my most finicky plant that I can't keep happy ever.
yep.
Yeah, so
I know what you mean.
this is her here, and I don't know how, yeah, see, I'm in the HPS still.
It might be better if you can turn your phone sideways.
Yeah, that might help too. And I gotta,
Yeah, that's a better view.
Nice.
All right, so this is her. It's like you can see the difference. That
Yes.
she's a little, but if you look, you get the color. You see, this plant had the red stemage.
Yes.
Yes.
See, it turns green after I transplanted it up. So
And that's because of this better soil, huh?
yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing with organics, and
Yep.
I mean, I could
That's
have
pretty
top dressed
cool.
it, but it's totally different. When you upplant it, it's different than the top dress. It totally comes to health a lot quicker with a upplant as compared to a top dress. But
That's a
yeah.
good notation. I'll make a note of that.
And it's cool to see that happening in your plant, you know.
Yeah,
Oh,
that thing looks
I can
healthy
see
now,
it.
man.
There's one
looks
other
happy.
finicky plant I have, and so yeah. So right now she'll come up like the green. All the tips will be green. You can see like the stems
Yeah, it looks
I-
healthy up there.
right. But in a little, yeah, depending on how big it gets, it'll turn quick again. So that's the thing with organics. You have to have rich soil and a good amount of nutrients in there because, and each plant's different. Like this one is green through and through, all the stem from the top to the bottom. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just green, like from the top all the way up.
I know.
And it's a way bigger plant, but it is a little bigger of a container. But yeah, it is amazing to see how different the nutrient requirements. You could tell, different plants, and some, like I'm saying, there's Bruce Banner, and I have one other one that are hard to get happy 100% through and through. But I'll figure her out, or I'm gonna ditch her, one or the other.
I'm glad you bring up the red stem thing, because I always thought that was like a suntan or genetics, or even like there's another third one people say can cause it.
Yeah, well, that and those things could cause it as well,
Or stress. I remember that.
Yeah. Brandon.
Yeah, man. I did a
fun.
video on that, dude. I'm sorry, Tal. I had this because we grow in cocoa hydroponics, so I didn't have any deficiencies,
Right.
Honestly, I didn't. But I had purple stem streaks. They weren't solid purple like that. They just had deep purple streaks in them. So what I noticed when we were bucking the buds off, everywhere there was a bud, it was perfectly healthy green behind the bud. And I'm like, obviously this is indicative of light stress, and it's making anthocyanins, and that's like a blocker, I think, for like the UV or whatever that's coming out of the light. And I thought that was cool. But then I heard Brandon Rust and these guys talking on the show about there's a difference between that purple and then like a reddish looking stem. You know what I mean? If you get them side by side, there is a different color to them. It's not easily discernible if you have one without the other right beside it, though. You know what I mean? It's easy to call that purple,
And I know exactly. I had a plant just like that outside where a leaf, even on the stems, would be all stems, and other parts would be all red or purple. but where a leaf was laying over the stem, blocking the sun, right underneath there, it would be like a tattoo, like someone spray painted it. You know what I mean? When you move the leaf, there was the green underneath the leaf was the shape of the leaf even.
Yeah, Smot Poker posted an image on his Instagram of that stick that kind of had, I guess, leopard spots. That's what we'll call it. It was like
Yeah.
purple.
So Crispy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Crispy just opened up the
Let me see.
Amy Ace's tent. So
Awesome.
yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I apologize. I just shut my video off and I
See, now
thought I had a
lost audio again, and I just switched the camera around. Let me see what I could do here.
No, we can stay on you. We can go back on your plants right now, bro. I was just letting you know that was the noise. I forgot to mute it. We were like talking and unzipping, and I didn't tell you guys that I was shutting my video stream off or anything and what we were doing. It was the switch over there. But yeah, Tal, by all means, you're welcome to show us your plants all day, brother. I was wondering if you was going to get around to your chocolate plants. Are they in dark, maybe? Oh, he left us again. Shit.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff popped up at the top about his microphone audio connection, disconnection. I don't know why it showed us that, but I think he's having issues again.
I wonder if it's this storm we're having.
Could be.
Every time
could
he
be.
turns
I'm
off
glad
his
he keeps coming back.
I know.
though, man.
Keep coming back.
Keep coming back. It's like an AA meeting, man. Just keep coming back.
It
Tal.
works if you work it.
It works, brother.
Mm,
All right, I'm back.
welcome back.
Welcome back.
I don't know what the heck is going on, but when I change my camera settings, your audio drops out. So yeah, well, I'm back anyway. I'm not going to turn my camera on again.
I guess
That big girl.
Really bright.
it's not really coming in that bright. You know what? That's not a dimmable light.
Here, let me
She's
see
too
if I
big for the
can
lens.
Wow.
see if we can't do something.
Hold on, I'm going to feed you some cordage here. Go for it.
Tell me what it looks like.
Oh, it's looking good. Go ahead and do your thing. You're getting some great shots. She's going to go ahead in there and try to get a shot of that fasciation for you there.
Yeah.
There it is. It stayed short, but it's like, dude, it's a huge knuckle in there. It feels like it's the size of an egg.
They don't taste any different there. I documented when I'm
That's
They don't-
pretty cool, man.
they don't taste any different. They have more sugar though, just
And
because
it's
there's so
only
many.
on that one
flowers.
little branch. I don't know if it's kicking ass.
It's all, there's a lot. This is going to be our, yeah, take them
Sorry
underneath.
for-
No, you're right. Tyler, this is going to be, we're excited here. This is going to be our biggest single plant we've ever grown, without a doubt. It should, and if everything continues on this path, it should be the heaviest yielder too. It's got almost the whole 16 square foot filled up, man.
Can you see that from underneath?
Yeah,
You
there,
see
you can see
how flat it is?
I'm worried about the rod. It has a celery stick for a stem right there. It totally
Yep.
curved.
It's very flat, right? And then it gets flatter as it goes up into the nug.
Yeah, but it curves just like a celery stalk, man. You know,
Mm.
it has that roundedness to it. And I know it's got the strings in there. I'm like, dude, this is going to be so cool. But it's got shit sticking out of its back like a dinosaur, man.
Mhm.
Everywhere.
Dude, that is wild.
Yeah,
They're mutants. You'll get a lot of
it's
extra.
like 4 stems wrapped into one or something. It's weird.
Yeah. No, the nug tastes fine though. Had more sugars, but it tasted fine.
Kitty's debut. But yeah, Tal, this plant's just Hulkamania over here, man. It's from corner to
Dude,
corner.
I'm so glad it's just that one branch. Like all the rest of it looks normal, right?
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, it's getting frost too, man. It's getting frosted up.
I
And
don't know.
Nice.
See the frost?
if you go a little slower and maybe go close in on that one, get a little closer.
Yeah, I can see it. You can,
Yeah,
I
you can see the
it.
frost rails there.
Yeah.
It's
All
starting
over
to
the
smell like cheese and rubber, man. When we smell it, that's what we smell. Cheese and rubber, like a burnt rubber almost mixed together with the cheese.
You really know how to kickstart my
Dude,
thing.
I hope you love that smoke, dude. I'm so excited for you.
Oh,
Mhm.
I am so excited I'm so impressed with her already. She's my favorite plant.
Is that
Just
getting any of that?
very impressed with her and very grateful that we're even growing her for real. Like,
I'm so grateful that you guys are sharing it with everyone. It's so awesome.
Yes, it's been a fun journey so far. She's at a month right now, man. So Oh,
Jeez.
We lost
Hulking.
our whole feed. We
Oh,
lost
did we?
everything. Yeah. You guys still there?
Yeah, we see you.
Yeah, I see you still.
Okay. All right.
That's odd. We lost our entire feed here. Did she get us?
Well, the camera's still on.
Huh.
Wow.
What are you, Def Leppard fan?
I don't know, man. Something's going on here. My whole screen went black.
Def Leppard.
Uh-oh. Now we might have lost you.
Yeah, now I think we lost him. That's a good shout.
Yeah.
So you do fully
I said
organic?
that because it's a rest band. Yeah, I'm doing fully organic. The only, to be 100% disclosure, I have been using the Clonex still. Once in a while, I switch back from Clonex and to, I do have an aloe plant here that I need to make some gel, but yeah. Other than that, nothing else comes in that's not, organic.
Now, the question is, are you one of those organics that just got like 3 shelves of shit? Like it's such a confusing, complicated mess, or you just got like a baseline?
No, I got earthworm bin, and basically I just started recently now making like a pre-earthworm bin compost bin where like I even put my amendments into that and let it like break down a bit in there, and then I feed it to the worms, and then I use that on my in my soil mix. I reuse my soil, and I also add amendments at the time when I'm transplanting too. So because
I've heard of
I'm
people
using
using
that super soil, subcool super soils in my introduction to organics. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but basically he made a recipe where you mix all the stuff together. It's really heavy, hot. You let it age for like a month, and it like breaks down to where it won't burn up the plant really bad. And then when you go to transplant, you use the really heavy nutrient stuff at the bottom of the container. And then you put like a layer of regular soil or, your bag soil or whatever kind of regular soil you got as a buffer between the plant. And then once the roots grow in there, they'll slowly grow in there and have everything they need. And I did that for a long time, and I kicked ass. But you have to keep making it and doing it over and over. So, and part of that recipe was earthworm casting. So I kind of like started to mix them together where my earthworm castings are containing a lot of the amendments, and it's better because it's all broken down and more available to the plant. But I still add a little to make it even stronger. And yeah, I'm tweaking the recipe. I think I got it pretty close to what I add each time, because now that's the control I'm looking for. When I do the transplant, what I add to the container, if I could get that like down to it's kind of like a standard operating procedure where the plants are happy to the end and aren't over fertilized. That's my goal. And I think I'm close. So
to do, it's kind of hard to overdo it with organics, at least from my research. There was a dude that grew in 100% worm castings and somehow didn't burn the plant.
Well, right, it won't burn them, but like what I noticed is that the one plant I had seemed to have a lot more leaf, and it never really faded out hard. Now that could be I just didn't leave it in long enough, because I kind of am a believer that any plant will fade if you leave it long enough, even if you're feeding it nutrient, But I don't know if that's 100% true.
I don't know. I'm trying organics for the first time, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but like I was saying, that one was pretty leafy at the end. I think if you have a lot of nitrogen in there, it'll make more leafy bud. So that's part of my program, trying to finesse the nitrogen at the end to not add any, which is hard with earthworm castings, because basically, you have to add greens in there, and greens is basically nitrogen mostly.
There we go. That's the 6 I'm doing organic on.
Nice. They look great. They're looking great.
Yeah, these 3 are still going to be synthetics, but these will all be organic.
Oh yeah, I like that color, that new growth. Yeah, like the lime.
Fresh growth for sure.
Beautiful, dude. Beautiful.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm trying some dirt products.
Okay.
So that's just plain worm casting. Then they have like an ancient earth. I think it has, yeah, it has the shit on the back. You probably know this shit better than I do.
Yep, I had pretty much all of that into my, I don't have back guano right now. I'm only using small amounts of seabird guano, but yeah, I
they have
put those
that in
ingredients,
here.
like I feed it into my earthworm castings, the azomite, kelp meal, and all that stuff.
And this is your bloom. That's where they have the sea guano.
There you go, seabird guano.
Yeah, they have that in the bloom. So they have
Yep,
their
kelp
worms,
meal,
their
bone
ancient.
meal. Yep, I got bone meal too. I add in just
And then I just have these two bottles.
awesome,
One's
dude.
for,
I'm sure you.
this one's just for when they're in early veg and late veg. I don't know where the ingredients are, but thought it had the ingredients on it. I guess not.
That seems pretty good.
Oh, there they are. You can't read
It's
shit.
probably good to have. I should do more earthworm casting tea mix.
Yeah, they have a tea for when it's in just veg stage, and then they have one for when it's in bloom. But yeah, it's just those 5 things
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get away with. I did some top dressing when I transplanted to the 5 gallons.
I'd say it's a good thing they got a little bit of liquid nutrients because, like, I was gonna get out. I saw this one kid did an experiment where he top dressed half of the plants and then he made a mix. Like what he did on the top dress of the other plants, he mixed with water. He didn't really make a tea; he just put it in with water and shook it up and fed it to the plants, and that did better than just the top dress. So.
Yeah, but it was more available nutrients.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Smot
exactly. Some liquid available.
I am back. You guys
Can
can
you
hear
hear
us?
us?
Dude,
Yes, we can hear you.
my computer straight did an update on me, man. It was like weird as shit, and then it wouldn't let me get back on. So you guys are awesome for keeping it going here.
No worries.
Don't let me interrupt.
I did want to answer your question real quick. Yeah, I'm a Def Leppard fan. Is that what you asked me earlier?
Yeah, because I saw the bandana on your wrist.
I also
Well, one
have.
of your wrists.
That came from that came from
And for my next trick, no. I'm just a big kid and like to put on my fun clothes because it's a snow day.
we
I
got
have.
Yeah, that's the way you stay young. Me too. Cool.
My leg warmers.
Oh, I had it on speaker view. Show them again. Show them your leg warmers again, please. I'm sorry. I had you on speaker view and it would have been, there they are. The whole world can see your leg warmers now. It is a snow day. As we woke up with like 5 inches of snow. It's like
It
blizzard,
matches
man.
my wristband, so and I had to wear the other one. Thank you, MSNL Seeds.
Yes. But
I
anyhow,
appreciate it.
back to the, I wanted to get back to, and I don't want to interrupt. I know you guys, again, thank you for keeping it going. Yeah, look at that. You guys got the same shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kyle, we're excited about this girl. She's the biggest plant we've ever grown to date. And the crazy thing is even her lowers, the bud caps are just the same size as they are up on them uppers.
I was gonna say, I see that one bud on the left side of the picture underneath the trellis. It just looks like a fat nug. I'm glad that plant's filling in
Go
for
ahead,
you.
I'll show it. Oh God, Gene.
I was a little nervous, you guys, at first, but yeah, you guys that plant blew up. You guys are killing it.
Oh,
You can
it's
see
just
all the way
awesome.
back around there, man.
We're so happy, and we're running her on a low EC, like lower than people would. Well,
Lower than what they suspect, anyhow.
we
Shane.
use Dr. Coco's nutrient schedule as a guideline, and then we tweak it a little bit on her. We have because she is bulking up so crazy fast.
It's point straight now. She's at a 0.85 roughly, and that's pretty low. I mean, that's like a lot of people. That's seedling strength, believe it or not. Some people are pushing twice that at like a 1.5 EC. You
But
know,
look how good she's doing. Like
Mhm.
I'm so blown away and impressed.
it's only 860. That's including our tap water of almost 200, man. So you go figure. I can't figure it out why it works differently for us, but it does. So
Well,
it's just indicative of some shit just works different in other people's houses, man. You know,
All right.
it's
She
weird.
looks happy. You're killing it. So yeah, stay with that.
mhm.
She's already, and the crazy thing is we've caught her with a high EC already. She was running off at a 1.45, which is like way high versus the inflow. So I actually had to give her like a half strength little rinse down the other day. But now that the stretch is over, she should more than stabilize here with them, where she's getting 18 fertigations a day at 700 milliliters a clip, which is a lot of fluid. She runs through it, man.
How many times a day?
18 times a day.
God
It
bless
ends up
you.
being like it ends up being what's that 5-gallon bucket lasts like 2 days. That's it.
God
But only
bless-
about 10% of that comes off. She's processing all that, man. Literally about 10-15% of that's all at the end of 2 days. We'll run like a 5-gallon bucket. It's actually a 6-gallon bucket, pretty full. And Yeah.
Sweet, someone else.
someone else is trying to get in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
The med
okay.
shed.
Yeah, Joseph. Hopefully he read. I guess we have a disclaimer for
Yeah,
that
we
reason.
do.
Welcome, Joseph. How are you?
He's still connecting.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I kind of put him on
Yeah.
the spot there. I'm gonna actually roll this hog leg I've been trying to get down for the last couple minutes here.
Yeah, isn't this Amy Ace? I wish you guys could be actually here. It would be so much fun to invite you all into our home. We'd share our bud and let you smell this girl, man. She's just,
Yeah, she's wild. This is
it's
the first.
wild. It's just wild to
You
have
know-
those smells that mingle that like kind of don't go together but do. And it just, she's gonna be,
She's our first
can't wait.
regular seed too. I wanna
yeah,
mention
she
that.
is. So, you know, we're a little, there's some colas that are getting pretty tall. I mean, she's bolted, she's getting stacked and they need to be bent over, but I'm worried, we talked about super cropping, but
Yeah,
we don't want to,
I don't want to mess.
I don't
it
want to
up.
mess with her,
I just kind of
man.
like to let them go as much as possible, you know.
You said they're 4 weeks anyways, right?
She's 4 weeks into fly. I figure just let her go.
Yeah.
At this point. She's about done stretching. Just let her enjoy herself and get fat.
It'd be different if you didn't have the light room, but yeah, usually after like week 2, you really don't want to do much to them.
What's happening, Joseph?
Hey, how's it going?
It's
Oh,
going
it's
great.
going.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for stopping in.
How you like that new light?
I love it.
I like it.
It's awesome.
Wherever did you procure such a wonderful light?
I wonder, Smot Poker.
No,
Christy
that's cool.
Wannabe.
If people don't know that the med shed here, him and his wife, that's his handle, and they won our giveaway of the Photon Tech SQ3000.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's so awesome to see some plants under it here. What do you got going on?
I've got 2 of the Girl Scout Cookie Extreme Autos over here.
Nice.
That's my first run of autos.
What do you
And
think
these
so
are-
far?
Huh?
What do you think of autos so far? If you don't mind me
I
asking.
like them.
Pretty
I
fun,
like
right?
the speed. But
Yeah.
Me
you know,
too.
it
I hate 'em.
you
I hate
can't. You got to be careful with them. I'm trying to be careful, but it's kind of rough. 3 of them are
Yeah.
doing pretty decent.
Yeah, they look healthy, man.
Yeah. Then I got these over here.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome. Side by side.
Multiple spaces over there happening, huh?
Yeah. I got the Purple Frost Giants here. That's from the Grow Tent.
Okay.
And I got the Banana Kush here.
That
What
sounds
kind
it.
They're under 2 Viper Spectras, 250s or 2500s.
Okay. They look happy under there.
Yeah, they're happy. I just got through watering them, so
Nice.
that's what I've been doing.
Job.
Yeah,
Thought
I'm
I'd
glad.
just jump on, give you a look.
I appreciate that, man. It's nice to I enjoy this is my favorite part, obviously, is getting to look at other people's gardens, see different strains. It gives me tips on what I might want to try in the future and stuff. Without
Oh,
being
yeah.
I often say, without being able to go down the road to the dispensary and try different shit here, we're kind of left to our own devices on how we decide what to grow next. So a lot of times that comes from people's opinions, their like strain review. They kind of give us a quick strain review, and yeah. So I enjoy it. Those look like they're going to produce well for you, man. Congratulations. Nice
Well,
space.
this would be my third run overall with both these tents.
Gotcha.
Second one, the second run I had, it was pretty good. It was kind of tripled the first one.
Nice.
With a lot of training. A lot
Yes.
of training. These I won't do any training with. The other tent I will do training with. I'll put that net up soon.
Mhm.
I still got to transplant them in their final pots and get them settled in, get the net put up, and start doing some lollipopping and all that stuff too.
Hell yeah.
All that fun stuff.
All the fun stuff. Yep. I
All
gotta
the fun
say, you and your wife there are doing some nice things, and we appreciate you being part of our channel and part of our community here and around the way. We see you around everywhere, so it's fun to follow each other, and it's nice to be able to get a glimpse right inside your house there, as well as all of our other friends. But yeah, we appreciate that. Joseph.
Actually, this is my house.
What's that?
This is my house. Yeah. I'm actually in a shed.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool.
Your med shed. I guess that makes sense.
That's pretty
Uh,
cool.
We'll
Yeah.
have to. We can always change your name on here if you ever want to, man, to Med Shed, and then that way
Yeah, go
people
for it.
would, who they who that is. But that's a great name, man. And now I see why you have that. I guess it never really clicked with me. I just assumed that you were like calling your tent that. So it's nice to have a separate little building, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of trouble. You go through your heater, your humidifier, dehumidifier, AC units, fans,
Oh yeah.
a lot of stuff set up and kind of keep track of. I've been up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning about temps, taking care of them.
Mm-hmm.
But you all made this possible. You two guys.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
I want to thank you all for that.
That's
All right.
just forwarding the grower love that was
Given to us,
graciously
man.
given to us,
Yep.
pass that
Yep.
good karma and grower love around, and
I'm glad it went to somebody who
good
is
vibes.
putting it to use and
Oh, yeah.
that has that same mindset versus somebody who would just like take it and sell it or whatever. I guess it's yours to do what you want, but it's nice to see a true grower get it, I guess,
Have
versus
some fun with it.
yeah,
at
and having
least.
some fun. And I really appreciate you coming back and letting us see it and for sharing that with our viewers here. Because it is a good light, you know what I mean? Photon Tech makes a fabulous fixture, and I'm sure you're going to love it. It's definitely going to handle its side of that tent without a problem.
Oh yeah. And then my next run, I've got 4 more autos and 4 more photos set up, 2 of each one. And I'm thinking about dividing this tent up here, putting a divider up and just kind of seeing which light would do the best on, same plant, do the same thing to each one, just see which light will outproduce the other.
That's a great idea. Hopefully you'll get into the spring auto flower challenge with all of us.
Well, I was thinking about that. Yes.
I
Definitely
Cocoa for Cannabis. Yeah, there'll be more light giveaways and all kind of cool, fun camaraderie, and it's just a good time, man.
Yep. Oh, I love it. Like I say, I started doing this shit last June, and I studied videos for like 6 months before I even bought my first thing to do this
That's
with.
smart. That's so smart, man.
So, I mean, it started off pretty good. I ain't had really a bunch of trouble, no bugs, nothing like that. So,
Yeah, it looks like you're doing great, man. And
knock
man,
on
we
wood.
commend you for coming on and showing people.
It's fun to share that, and
Yeah.
even if it was legal here, and I get to show my friend or my neighbor or my my family member. If
Yep.
I could do that, that would be awesome. But
Someday,
it's fun to come on the computer and be like, "Hey, look what we're doing,"
yeah,
and
Right.
how do you do it?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how you do it. This makes for great times. And thanks.
It does,
for,
and you pick up tips that help you, and it's
all the time, man. Oh, that's where we got all of our knowledge was through other growers helping us out, and we implement. Some of them worked out good, some of them didn't. I think some people's, I think it works great for them based on their environment and shit. So what somebody might be doing out in the high desert doesn't work here in Pittsburgh. So
Exactly.
it's just like you said, you try it, you implement it, and it's just cool to see. And I'm just glad to see that your plants are happy and healthy, and that you and you,
Yeah.
you
You
and your
collect
family
tidbits
are
here
too.
and there from
Yeah,
different grows, and you put it together. It works for you, and that's just the way it is. Because there's 1,000 ways to grow this plant.
there sure is, man.
Yep.
And I always say, like, there was things that I get pigeonholed on. Like there's a few things that I hold to be truths that really don't, like pot up, say, for instance. I know people that are like disabled, they can't pot up, and I understand that. But I believe that anyone who says that your plants won't do better with potting up just is trying to be combative. So there's a few things that are like chiseled in stone, I guess, in my opinion, when it comes to indoor growing. But
Yes.
not everything. It's a lot of variables that go into this shit. And
Yeah.
just moving across, we moved 2 miles, man, across town,
It wrecked everything.
and it wrecked my whole environment, dude. Same water, same everything. It's like it was so hard, and it really shook my confidence to the core. I lost like 8
Wow.
plants, and I was just like,
Oh.
wow, man.
That's devastating.
Yeah,
But
I'm
worse
like,
than that, we lost a lot of weight in a poor cure too, because we weren't prepared for the drying process. We thought we didn't meet the parameters that are necessary, and we got so it was a heartache on top of heartache. And I thought this place was cursed. I'm like, damn.
that was a lesson learned in complacency, man. You get complacent, you get used to growing, you get used to having decent results, and you kind of just start expecting it. And then all of a sudden, the growing gods throw a wrench in there and say, wait a minute, you need to check yourself, bro.
Yeah.
And I find myself there more often than I like to admit sometimes. So I guess anymore, I try to just go with the flow. We try to feather them in there. I try different things as much as I can, but I'm pretty stubborn, man. That's one of our things, is we know what works for us, and it's hard to deviate from that,
Right. Exactly. Exactly. You got to be conscious of any little change, because they could change the whole growing factor.
Yeah, sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. So like I said, but it's great to see everybody's plans, for you guys to come and hang out with us today.
I know that goes like for Gigi, the American one. It's awesome that we all get to share our gardens.
Maybe you guys would be free tomorrow to come by again for the official show. Today's just a hangout. We don't have our co-hosts here or anything, but I think we might have I think Tal might be stopping by tomorrow to talk a little bit of soil with us if he gets some free time. And I hate to put you on the spot in case you're busy, Tal, but I thought maybe one of my co-hosts might have talked to you about that.
Yeah. He hit me up. I didn't commit to tomorrow, but I might be able to.
Okay.
My Sundays are it depends, but I could I could probably do tomorrow.
Oh, you don't have to. I just you know what it was. Here's the honest God's truth, is like I said before, I had a super busy week, man. And those guys are always so eager to help out, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's why. So they were like, hey, we'll get a hold of Tal. We'll see if he wants to come on. And I just got a little bit, and then they were like, hey, he was very receptive to it. And I didn't even think that it might have been a separate weekend. So whatever they had planned is awesome. And I don't want to step on anybody's toes, whoever's playing.
No. I didn't really respond to what day. Tomorrow could work. We can make it work tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
I like you usually come by when you have a couple minutes, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, we always
It's always
It's
fun.
usually later though, because but I'll tell you what, you obviously figured out the issues in the new place, because you're kicking it now, and I bet you every time you get like an issue and overcome it, that's a confidence builder after that, right?
Yes, it definitely is.
It is.
It
It
definitely
sure
is.
It's good to go through things, because then you know what to do if they happen to creep up again,
Yeah.
That's
I
my-
heard recently some stress is good for humans. So
Yeah, that was Bruce Bugby said that yesterday on his Future Cannabis Project interview. He said, just like in humans, a little bit of stress is a good motivator in things, and just like in a plant, certain precision stresses can be good, And one thing I can say, Tal, is I have 2 very lively clones of this girl in the next room, and they're growing like an inch a day. I'm going to try and get them to slow down, but just based on what I'm seeing in front of me, I'm so happy
so
to have
happy,
them,
yeah.
man. The genetic sticks just sitting there waiting to go
Yes.
again, you know?
Yeah, that's the only thing with autos that, you know, is kind of wanting, is that you get a killer plant and you can't do it again, really.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not from seed. It would be a clone. It wouldn't have a taproot. So I don't know. I've never been grown clones out before, so I don't know if they're capable of holding the same weight that a seed plant is.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
sometimes it does vary a little bit, but the clones can end up being better because they're already, you know, mature and can have a
Yeah.
lot more branching if you with the clone.
Ah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But-
I'm curious. That's one of the things I've never done is grown a clone. So it's
But the way
gonna
you
be-
guys train yours and top yours, it probably won't make much of a difference. You guys are killer at that.
I'm wondering though, thank you for that, Tal. We tried this one here got away from us, man. It had a couple with it being a tricot, we kind of just let it go on its own devices. And
Right.
so some of them got a little bit taller than others, but it was at a certain point where I was like, I'm really going to be putting a lot of stress down low to try and bend these out. So it was either super crop or let them go. And at this point, unless they get much, much taller, I might just let them go, because even
Right.
some of the plant's collecting the full quantum yield of that light. So it has enough leaves, it has enough light to fuel even the lower growth. And it's already showing me that because it's set some really nice tops, you know?
Right.
So-
Yep, the trunks there already. Yeah.
It's already set the tops. I think we're going to have plenty of light to flower this thing out. And this light's given us a lot of good weight before out of a 4x4. So that's what's so exciting. And it'll be fun this will be our biggest plan ever. It already is biggest one single plan. I'm so excited. I know it doesn't mean much. It's just something fun because it's new, you know?
It is
it's
fun.
exciting. It's exciting. I had like the biggest indoor plant I had a couple weeks ago and yeah, I was pretty excited. I'm like, wow, this thing's a beast.
She is a beast. And you know what? We have this ongoing thing here at our house is, you know, to beat the best weight. And she will just set the gold standard as the first plant. And she may never get beat by our, because
It might
we're
be.
starting a new category with photo periods.
Yeah.
And this is the weight we're going to compare everything coming up on her.
Anybody want to take a guess? Because I will document this weight. I don't always document my weights because I don't really care, you know, but
It's a
But
four
yeah,
by-
we're definitely going to document this just so that you can have the information.
I think it'll
for
be over a
if you
pound.
wanted it.
I don't think it'll, I
Wow.
think it'll be well over a pound. I do.
Pound and a
She's-
quarter.
She's
How many-
impressive.
I mean, that's 16 square feet right there. And it's almost, I would say there's like down this left-hand side here, there's probably a 6-inch gap. And then there's a little bit in a couple corners there. So she might
Yeah.
be getting maybe 12 square feet total. If you want
You
to
probably
be
got a
very,
pound and a quarter.
I would say that, I would say that's fair estimate. We'll find out. It's going to be fun.
Oh my goodness, that's that. Hey, life goals, man. That'll be our best to date, and we'll be celebrating that for sure.
This is, so some people probably laugh because they have like 100 plants going and we get excited just over this one, but that's how it is here. You know,
Isn't that what growing's all about? Is to
Yep.
get excited about your plants,
Yep.
love your plants. Like, I'm in love with you, Amy.
Oh, she's
I
fine.
tell her all the time. I sing to her.
She likes
She
that.
knows Mama loves her.
Talk to him.
Oh yeah, I've screamed at my plants before. I've begged them and cried in front of them, like, please, just get on board. Can't you get on board with the others? Like, I'm counting on you.
You were my last seed. She was in here not long ago saying, "You're the last Girl Scout cookies. Can't you just come on?" And sure enough, it didn't make it, man.
Nice.
It happens.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool to see everybody's stuff. I know Tal's got some chocolate stuff going on, and he's breeding. I've been trying to keep up with that. I know Hemp with Gigi got some killer seeds coming that are super expensive. Man, it's crazy how expensive
Yeah,
some
I
seeds
know.
can be, you know. And I don't want to put them out there on what you're growing or how much they cost. But I just thought, like, wow, man. Well, I guess, you know, if someone, I don't, who is it for me to put a value on someone else's work, but I can't afford that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not
Neither can I.
constantly.
Yeah, you know that all too well by the work that you've put in there, right? The American one, you know the work that goes in. I heard Miss Jill's talk about that, like the work that goes into getting that. A lot of people just like buy the seeds and overlook that. And we're grateful for the work that's put in for sure, because genetics are they're everything when you're counting on the medicine. When you need the to occupy the space and the time, and it all has to come together. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
For
When it
you
works
guys,
out,
yes.
it's awesome.
Yes, genetics is where your limiting factor is, but I think new growers sometimes get too caught up on the genetics. You know, genetics is not their first real limiting factor. I think first you need to grow, and then you can figure out what's holding you back. It's genetics, lights.
Yeah, that's why I didn't buy those expensive seeds with ILGM and got, you know, deals on seeds and started. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money and not know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to learn on less valuable seeds if you're just starting out, for sure, because you don't want to pay like $300 for a 10-pack and have them germinate and then have them die on you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
After you do a few sets of some cheapo seeds and you know you could make sure they survive, then you can spend some money if you want. But
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I think that's great
Yeah.
advice, man.
It
That's
is great
I never really
advice.
thought about that.
You
but
know,
yeah.
I do want to make a suggestion for new growers. Genetics actually helped us when we were first starting out, because we got a blue dream that we didn't really know we were doing then, but those biomass genetics from that blue dream, she took all kind of abuse, and that was very helpful to have the genetics on our side, because we didn't know what we were doing. We were running like, I don't even want, like 3.
Oh, it's
It was crazy. The
amount of VC that we was dumping on.
journal.
We had it in Fox Farm and started to run out of nutrients towards the end. So we didn't know. We wasn't online. We just started mixing stuff up and putting it in there. Was it like a 3000 EC or a 3.0 and shit? And the plant, it lost leaves and everything, but it still did fairly well. And it was like, damn, if that would have been a shitty little unknown Hermie bag seed breeder kind of deal, we'd have really been in trouble, man. And it could have turned us off. So I mean, yeah. I agree. I think I see what you're saying. Like, you want to maybe try some bag seeds and see if you can get them up, get them going, see if you can create an environment to where they will grow. Or do you need to invest in maybe a $100 humidifier before you pop some seeds out of your $300 pack, you know? So I think that's really good advice. I never really thought of that. I always thought of it the other way, but I guess, you know, that's good shit.
No, Crispy kind of nailed it there in the same sense. Having a genetics that is more prone to take abuse, or maybe has lesser chance of mold and everything. But I wouldn't say go as as far as a bag seed, because it kind of comes back to what you say. If they were to do a bag seed, get a hermaphrodite, then they're turned off from the whole thing. I'm just saying, don't go and focus all on genetics, but don't go bag seed. You know, just get a $10, $15 seed and figure out how to grow before you start really trying to worry about breeding of your own or getting expensive seeds.
You can get good genetics out there for $10 a seed. I just want to throw that out there too.
That's all I grow until now.
You can get them. You get them for less than that too, probably.
Yeah, they're about 10. You know, regs are a little bit cheaper, but for a fin, around 10. But now got the expensive ass seeds that are coming. So just for the free, I took them. And if you're a breeder, you probably hate who they came from, and that's probably all I gotta say, and you can figure out the rest. Expensive, and you hate who they come from. There you go. You figured it out. Right. We know who's who in the world, right?
Yeah, man. I try to, you know,
Reputation travel fast.
Reputation is a lot in this business, man. I mean, if you you know, your word is bond, man. That's what people say. So if you and a lot of times how you carry yourself will do a lot for you in this business too, you know, and in this community, or however you want to look at it, because some people it's not a business and some people it is. And I think the people you're referring to, obviously that's their business, and that's how they feed their family. So although I may hold personal vendettas, you know, I try not to do anything on my show here or on our show here or on our stream that would make us seem that we were putting down somebody else, whenever that's how they feed their
No.
family and shit. So,
But how do you tiptoe around that? I can name 3 breeders right now. I've had 3 separate people message me and ask why I'm using them. Like, how do you just tiptoe around it?
you know what I do? I say this, I know probably the 3 you're talking about and what their reputation is, but I personally haven't had that happen to me. I wasn't there when these person were actually doing what they're being blamed for. I can see it on paper and everything else, but I wasn't there. So it makes it hard for me. Now, if I was there, it'd be a different thing. It's one of those things like my friend said this, well, if you didn't see it, then I don't really want to hear about it. It could be bullshit. So
Like the people from
who am I to
is
put
it?
somebody out there,
The
right?
Show Me State. It's Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from the Show Me State.
I just don't know how to walk that, GG. So that's a good question. I don't know. And I only buy from certain people anyhow, so it doesn't really affect me. But I always, if I see someone promoting somebody that I think is a dirtbag per se, I'll let them know that in private, this is what you're doing and this is the person. Look into it yourself. You know what I mean? And they don't care about you, man. And they will,
Sorry. I hit my knee, but I think it was really loud in the microphone too.
We're put, I believe that we're put here to love each other, and not everybody gets that. And I don't think, like, even myself, I have my own shortcomings where you get angry with people, but you never know what someone's going through at the time. Or
Wu-Tang taught me
we
at a
try
young
to-
age, cash rules everything around me. So
dollar bill, yo.
that's it. That's what it ends up being. But yeah, I just don't want to be one of them channels or one of those people that's out bashing people, and
Right.
I just not who I want to be. So yeah, do your due diligence. Pick good people to surround yourself with. And remember, you vote with your dollars, man. So if you're buying something or you're promoting something, make sure you believe in it, and make sure that it's a good product or that it comes from decent people or a legitimate source, if that makes any sense.
When I test products, I tell them straight up, if it sucks, I'm telling you about it.
Oh, for
Yes.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, I love that.
This-
You want honesty because, we have wasted money
Yeah.
ourselves on bad products. And like, I work hard for my money. I know Smot does too. And, for someone to be so willing, this is the best product. You're telling me it's a good product and I buy it and it's junk. So I just wasted that money, but not just that money, but my time and my soul.
My trust in the community.
Yeah. It's not cool to do that. And I will tell you, like, hey, I have tried that, and this is an honest review of it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd like to find a great fan that everybody has like 5 stars. We're getting
See,
that's
I think that's what's the most confusing about this industry is there's so many different types of products out there, and everybody claims theirs is this and theirs is that, and this is the best buy for a new grower. It's really confusing.
Cash
Oh yeah.
Cash.
You don't really know which way to go because ours is good. Ours is good. Try ours. Ours is better.
Right.
It's just so many of it. So much.
Well,
Yeah, a lot of bro science and a lot of bro science products, and it's sad. It's sad that like we're not. We shouldn't be doing that to each other.
Right.
You know who you are out there doing.
There's some
those bad
companies.
deeds. Don't you believe in karma?
Yeah,
I hope
they-
she
And that can
gets
make
you.
a new grower run away from this,
oh yeah.
Somebody would
There's-
try to say the hell with it. I'm not even messing with that.
Well,
it's,
I'd have to say, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say it's always up to us, some of the people that have been around for even whether it's been a year or 5 years or 20 years to, you're already into this and you've already made some mistakes or you've already learned a few things. It's up to us to be honest with people and, have some humility and say, hey, they got me, man. I fell for the marketing hype. I bought a Blurple light and I found out that it wasn't 1,000-watt equivalent and I felt stupid, man. So you don't have to feel like a sucker here or nothing because we've all been down that road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Yep.
That's what drove me to studying this stuff for like 6 months before I even bought my first thing to do it with.
Yeah, in the same sense, studying can really get you in some trouble.
Yeah.
Google got
Yeah.
me in some trouble.
Yeah.
You know what? I was just going to say, sometimes there's really good products from some unscrupulous people, though, too, sometimes.
There sure is.
So that
There really is. And that's an unfortunate truth. You know what I mean?
It is.
For a new grower, I would definitely say don't get lost in the equipment or the nutrients. You know, I can give you the best light in the world, but if you can't train, then you can't capture that light and the sugars. I can give you the best nutrients, but if you can't water, then it don't matter. But yeah, I would say go with somebody like Dr. MJ Kelko. It's a trusted light. Get it, hang it at the height. There's no guesswork. And then just forget about the light. Like the less factors you can worry about, the better. Same thing with, oh, you can reuse your soil. Why? Like, why add that factor when you can just spend $20 and have it gone? Like, less things to worry about, the better for a new grower. Water,
Yep.
train. That's it.
Yeah, and then as they learn, then they can get with like programs like Tile and some McCaughey off Brandon and start to learn how to rebuild their soil. Once they realize, hey, okay, I know how to get a plant to harvest. My medicine's secured. Now let me go ahead and try to, get a little deeper into breeding or soil building or whatever. And I think that's important because I think a lot of growers do, like, it's exciting when you first get in, you're thinking, man, I want to breed, I want to train, I want to grow autos, I want to grow photos, I want to do this, I want 2 lights, 210, and it's like, whoa. And then you what I see at Cocoa for Cannabis quite a few times over the years, this is how they'll start it off. Please help me. I got all this money invested and it's gone bad. And then they'll show you two tents with all kinds of stuff that's just like, they're like, I got thousands of dollars here. And it looks like they might not even get a harvest. And I'm thinking, wow, that's hard to swallow. And then if you can't help them, you feel bad. Like you almost feel like you let them down, and
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do for them.
Water and training, man.
Yep.
Like, don't get the equipment or the magic YouTube bottles, wetting agent, mycorrhizers, all that shit's great, but it adds that maybe 5% extra. Like, get the basics, and then you can add all your bull crap and magic YouTube bottles.
Yep, I agree.
Keep them alive first before you worry about doing everything else.
Yeah.
You want a better light, but you're not even capturing the light that you have and turning it into sugars. And what are you doing worrying about a light? Focus on water training.
Right.
Maybe it's all the singing that I do.
All right.
I sing to her a lot. It might have something to do with it.
I don't know about that one.
There's the doorbell.
Well, guys, it's been really fun, but I got to get in here. She's hollering at me about eating dinner.
All righty, Joe.
Thank you for stopping in. Say hello to
thanks
the
for having
wife
me.
for us.
Please send
Yeah,
our
I will.
well wishes to the
Definitely
missus.
will.
Growers
And
love.
Growers love back to
grow
you.
love for sure.
That's great. I'll be watching y'all tomorrow.
All righty. Feel free to stop in or whatever. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
I'll see you,
buddy.
Thank you.
Grower love.
Y'all take care, man.
We have a new member here, Magister Templar.
What's up, dude?
How's it going?
How's it going?
Very good, very good. Can you actually hear me?
Yes.
And we can see you're coming in loud and clear.
It's nice to actually meet you. I'm
Yeah,
doing that.
for sure.
I'm throwing up air quotes there. So yeah.
yeah, for sure. I borrowed a cell phone so I can probably show you my garden.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Sweet.
This would be cool, man. It's always nice to be able to see different people's gardens. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were planted like at different times, but the oldest one was from February the 2nd.
See if we can't get you a spotlight here. So I'm curious how you're going to do that with the phone here.
Well, I'm on my computer right in front of me, and I have the phone here. So I'm going to open the YouTube on the phone and see if I can join on the phone.
Okay. You might have to shut the computer off. One of them might give you feedback. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll try it out. This would be a first.
Yeah.
When you're doing that, and it should have your mic muted immediately on your phone. So I just check that the camera's working, and then you can mute your computer. Because you will get feedback for sure.
But I have a headset, so there should be no feedback audio wise.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Nice, you cheating.
You got a nice seat there too. I need to get me a nice chair like that, man.
Yeah, I'm a big gamer, super nerd. So.
Nice. I like watching people play games. Does that make me a gamer? I'm one of those people addicted to going on YouTube, just watching people play video games. My husband's always like, well, do you want me to buy you the game? No, I just want to watch this, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
I bought a mouse for the computer that was a gaming mouse by Red Dragon. It's supposed to have all this good stuff. I don't know how to use all the buttons.
Yeah,
But,
you should have got something like this. I think it's only 50 or 60 bucks, and it's like the best one.
Really?
And when you have a mouse, what normally breaks is like the switch.
Inside the clicker there.
Yeah, and it's called an Omron switch, and you can get really good ones from Japan for a couple dollars. And if you know how to solder stuff, you can fix your mouse for like $2 instead of 60 for
Right.
anyone.
Wow. Nice tip.
Okay, so I got the video here. I'm gonna click on the Zoom.
All right, while you're doing that, I want to give a shout out to, okay, here you come again. I'll admit you twice. I wanted to shout out chat. Thanks for everybody joining, hanging out for a little bit. Crack Babies, Brady, Chiba Man, Janaholic. I got my glasses on, so it's hard to see. Family Farms, Penny's always here. Shout out to Penny. Staggering Productions always around. So awesome. It's great to see everybody's. Yes, crack babies. He is double logged in. He's on his computer and on his I think it's working here. Yeah, there's two of them. That's pretty wild.
How do you see chat?
I'm gonna get my headset and
I switched back
so
to
I'm on talk to you guys in the grow room.
The way that we do it, Gigi, is I set it up through Zoom, start the live, and then I set it up through through YouTube, and you have to click go live on YouTube through the YouTube studio, and then it feeds one right through the other. So I can see the chat and on a
I
split
can't
screen.
seem to hear you. Microphone is muted.
Nice.
He's connecting the audio on his second device. So that might give him some feedback. There he is. I see you looking at me, looking back at you.
They want to see the Canatrol, so
Can you
after
hear me?
Okay. We'll show him. We'll
Can you
spin
hear
this
me?
baby around.
Well, I can
Oh,
just,
this is going to be cool. Let me spotlight your video. If you can hear me, you can turn that camera sideways when you put on your plants, and you'll get it. There you go. Should get a bigger. Perfect.
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You're a little bit far away from the other microphone, so
Yeah.
try it again.
New microphone now?
No, we're losing microphone the further you get away from your computer.
Is this working?
Yes,
Yeah.
now you're good.
Okay, how do I flip the camera on this thing?
If you look at this, touch the screen, it should have a
like a camera
a circle
emblem.
with arrows or a camera emblem or something. Is
Top left by the speaker.
that better? There you go.
There you go.
I got you.
All right.
Sweet.
You got a nice big old room.
That's nice. I like that open room. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's like I walk out of my room, just
Oh, you lucky. I love it.
That's nice. There you
yeah,
go.
quite a
I'm
few.
totally jelly.
Yeah, you got
In a good
lot.
way.
I like being able to walk all the way around the plants. I used to have that and I miss it. So for sure. What all you got there?
I got quite a few, 3 or 4. These are crème de la crème.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Mm.
smoking right now. It's really
Hey,
good.
if you could turn your phone sideways, it might.
Yeah,
make
my
it-
bad. I'm
No,
not
you're
used to
fine.
it.
That's
I
fine.
had,
You're
I
fine.
had to borrow this.
Hey, we're grateful that you did borrow it and you're showing your plants to us.
It's
Thank
working
you.
Yeah.
out great.
And this is another one, but it's actually like an anomaly. It grew weird.
Yeah, it's got like 3 tops there. It looks like.
Yeah, it's like it was born with like a cleft lip. I'm gonna send you guys a picture so you can get a better look.
Cool.
Oh, the plant's looking good, kid.
And I think this is another one, and it's a triple, a try or whatever.
Yeah, like a tricot. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
She looks healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's real
probably the
healthy.
best. It's like the best one, I think, for that
What's that?
type.
Those plants are in flower.
What's that?
Those plants are flowering.
They're just starting. It's all autos.
Oh, okay, okay.
They're like a month and a week old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A couple of
That's-
them are gonna be little guys, huh?
And then this is a Alien versus Triangle times 3 bears OG. Got a couple of those.
You got your, that space is conducive to autoflowers because it looks like it's not quite light proof probably, I would suspect.
It's hard to get it 100%.
Yeah. Looks like I see some aloe over there too. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and some chives.
Yeah, there you go.
And the hash machine.
Word.
That is good for cloning.
Definitely like the hash machine.
Yeah, this is a forum stomper. It's
Okay.
very tall. It's a sativa more. There's 2 of them, obviously.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one's nice and proud.
I think that one's like a rubber grapefruit.
Okay.
And then this is a Bubba Haze that was also born mutated.
Wow.
Look at the bottom.
Yeah, I see that. What's your substrate there?
It is. Oh shit. Organic soil, water only.
Nice.
I'll show you the ingredients quick.
Yeah, take your time. Oh, it just says cannabis right on it. Just add water. Okay. Cool. So you like that stuff to carry you all the way to the end, or are you
No
still
doubt.
working?
Oh, French. My bad.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. Oh, okay. So it's like a peat and cocoa mixture.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really nice.
It's solid organics, which is interesting. No, that's nice.
That's
And it
pretty
has
cool.
cannabis on it. That's nice. I'd try that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good, man.
It's like a small mom and pops company. Very high quality.
Good for you. It's nice. You get the best of both worlds, a good product and support a small business like that, you know?
Yeah, and what's funny is when I went to buy this dirt, they forgot to give me a bag, so they drove one to my house.
Wow, that's awesome.
And the lady that runs it came to check my plants, and she was super pumped.
Nice. That's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
and
customer
then
service right there.
Ripley OG. I guess that's another tall one.
Yeah.
I might put 2 of them under my old light once they get bigger.
What light you got them under right now?
This is the Scorpion,
Okay.
and then this is a 320.
Nice.
I didn't think there was that much light in that.
Yeah, and it's only at 50%. I could take it way up and put it to 100, screw out the whole room, but
Nah, it looks like you got it down how you want it. Perfect, man. You got a good soil system there and
yeah, it's gorgeous.
auto flowers. You got your lights set up. I like it, man. I like the open room very
I
much.
want his room. I want his room, but I want to just fill it with plants. The whole
Yeah.
room.
That'd be my problem. I'd have just little walkways in there and shit, man, or I'd have to.
I'm gonna show you the last crop. Smoked the first plant,
Oh, there you go. A bucket.
half a
full.
bucket.
Yeah.
Half.
Are you curing in there like grandma lids or something, or is that just where you store it after it's cured?
I keep it like untrimmed and put it in here, and then trim it and put it in a jar.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've just seen a lot of people use those buckets for actually curing. They'll use the grandma lids, which just screw off and on. So I didn't know if you were doing that. I'd like to try it one day, but I worry about it.
Yeah, that looks like some frosty butts, man. Awesome.
Very frosty.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Gonna get a prostitution charge.
A prostitution charge for sure.
Need a trim
Here's
trim.
the finger hash,
I
That's
like it.
awesome.
and I smoked like 2 grams of it last night.
Wake up with a hash hangover after that.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's
then
a
this
real
is
thing,
the-
man.
Leftover of the other hash, the one I showed you.
Ah, cool. Give it 1 second to focus there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take it out. It goes black in the air.
put your hand behind. Well, I guess it's hard. We got the other thing, but yeah, there you go. Oh, cool, man. You got now that's hash you made in that machine I saw.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
I have those same. I either have or had that same dish with that same design on them dishes growing up or something. I know that.
Yeah,
dish.
well, it was very popular in
Yeah.
our region. My grandparents had that same one.
Grandparents. Yes. It comes
Yeah,
from
my
their house.
grandparents had those dishes. Those are awesome.
Yes.
I
And
still
this-
have the butter tray. That's the
And
same
this is
tray.
like a Pyrex bathtub.
Ooh,
That's
Tray.
probably made.
Nice.
That's probably made here in Pennsylvania as well.
It's really nice. And the
a-
hash bong.
Big glass making around where we live, man.
yeah.
My stash ordered some more filters yesterday.
Yeah, I think you're set for a minute. Couple harvests there, huh?
It's nice to have that backup plan.
Yeah.
And this
it
is what
just
I
you-
told you guys about.
Oh, those are the blunts.
King palm.
Yeah. King palms. Okay, we'll have to try this. King palms. Oh, I think I saw
So
those.
nice. So nice.
Hey boys, I think I should probably go shovel my walkway. Just not being lazy, but congratulations on 500 subscribers. I just wanted to say that to you and Crispy. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you,
We
Gigi.
really appreciate that, Gigi.
Yes. Couldn't do it without good friends like all you.
And you want to, let everybody know again where to find you and what's coming up with you before you
You
go.
can find me on Hemp with Gigi on Instagram or YouTube. Those are the only two accounts I really use. And you can find me there. And I'll be doing the 20th. We'll have Dr. MJ Coco doing some CO2 and how it works and if you need it. But I appreciate it talking with everyone. I think that somebody just left, but appreciate everyone in chat. I appreciate you and Crispy and all the help you guys give the community. So I'll hop in here tomorrow and then because you guys do your live before me.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be awesome. We
Don't
appreciate
forget
it.
about daylight savings time. I just
Yeah.
want to remind you.
Yeah, don't forget everybody, daylight savings time.
Are you serious? I didn't know that. Thank you. For
Yeah, 2 a.m. I believe it is. We spring forward from 2 to 3.
Miss an hour.
that. All right. But yeah, I appreciate it. You guys subscribe up to Smot Bunker, hit that like button. That shit's free. It'll help your plant grow 30 times % faster if you hit the like button.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Gigi. We
Gigi.
appreciate it. And everybody check out Gigi's channel. Get one of those codes for the Medic Grow lights and some other stuff. The
Gigi, dude.
trim bag and Gigi's
Yeah.
into some other stuff. Tested, tried and true. And
And doing amazing things under those lights. So see it
Yep.
in action over there.
thank you, Gigi. Again, enjoy your shoveling.
Yeah.
I did that
guess.
earlier. I'm so glad I did that chore earlier because
She did. She
the
did.
mailman is gone and I did it for them because they're out there, sleet nor rain nor whatever.
Something. There's a cool.
Hurricane,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know their,
They have a moniker.
saying-
Yeah.
but yeah, I have big respect to them and I don't want them getting hurt or having to battle the snow. So I take care of that too. We do. It's,
She did it today, man.
I did it today.
I was-
It was fun to play in the snow for a little bit. It's fun snow day.
Yep.
Well, I think that's awesome. You did it for the snowman. I'm doing, or this snowman. Wow.
You're doing it for a snowman, aren't you, Gigi? You're
Yeah.
going to make a snowman.
Maybe.
Pictures. All right.
Yes, please.
Thanks,
All right.
Gigi. Appreciate
you.
you.
See you tomorrow.
Nice to meet you, man. Catch you later.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for
Yeah,
showing your.
peace out, GG. Have a great one.
You too, American. Peace.
Yeah, this is cool. We jumped on for 420 to smoke down, and we figured we'd stay on for about 2 hours. So I think we're probably going to only run for another maybe 15, 20 minutes ourselves here. And
Perfect.
I figured I'd give if you
It was
guys-
fun to spend
Yeah.
this snow day with you guys, smoking down. And,
Still got it.
We have rain, and I'm more north than you, so it's kind of unusual, but whatever.
we're hoping that this is the last. I mean, I want spring to come. I'm so ready for the flowers and the spring and the rebirth and the picnic. The picnic that is happening over Cocoa for Cannabis in the spring autoflower challenge.
That's going to be fun. I hope you get into that maybe, Magister Templar. You can get
Is it
You know,
outdoor or indoor? Or?
It's whatever.
It's whatever.
Indoor, outdoor, however you want to do it.
Photos, autos. If you don't want to grow an auto, you can grow a photo. You can get in on it and win yourself some really freaking cool prizes.
We only called it the spring picnic because the groups are split up into like drinks, main course. I don't even have the list in front of me. There's the photographer, if you go snacks.
Yeah.
And then there's
ants,
the misfit ants. If you don't fit in any groups, you can join the misfit ants. And so everybody's welcome, no matter what you're growing or what substrate. There's nothing that can preclude you from being eligible to get in. If you're growing a cannabis plant, you're eligible, and it's fun. But it's nice to meet you, Magister Templar. I know I've seen you around the Eagle and all the shows for a long time, and I know that we've talked before in Instagram and shit in the chats. But it's nice to actually get that. Hopefully someday they'll go legal here in PA, and we'll be able to turn this camera on us and be able to show people, because you lose a lot when you don't get like the body language and shit. I know Tal's the same way. He's not big on being in front of the camera or anything, so. I'm not
that big on it either. It's just I'm so random, it just doesn't really care.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I assumed that you're in a legal place. I mean, I was reading your bag.
Legal. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I was reading your bag and I thought it must be Canadian or whatever, but it's just
I don't want to be sitting in a cell thinking, if I just didn't show my face, why? So I'm not going to take that out of it.
But do you think, like, if you were growing, like, let's say 3-4 plants and they would see your face, do you think they would actually do the work to pursue that to fuck you over?
I don't know.
If you were in Canada and you can grow 4 and you were growing 5, would they actually do that?
I don't think they would if there was some sort of legality. I think if it was 100% prohibition, maybe. Because I feel like at that point, I'm rubbing it in their face a little bit, like, here I am. I'm doing it right in front of you and telling everybody about it,
But you're not selling it to kids, and there's no organized crime.
Right.
No, and I agree 100% with you. Like, I think it's ridiculous and sad that anybody would, that it's a crime.
I guess
it's preposterous, really.
Here's my biggest fear is that, like, all right, if I was to show my face, sure, it would be very egotistical of me to think, they're going to come breaking down my door because I'm growing these plants. Nobody knows who the fuck I am. I'm a speck of dust. Like there's 300. You know what I mean? Like there's
Mr. Nobody.
Right, I'm basically a nobody for real. I mean, I you know what I'm saying here in what terms I'm speaking of, but. I think it would be egotistical of that. But at the same time, I feel like if someone was to recognize me, or if I had a hater that really wanted to do their due diligence and look me up and be able, when you put yourself out there and you're testing products and you're using codes and shit, I get a lot of shade, man. Sometimes, some days it fucks with me too, man. I let it get to me, because I'm not that dude. I'm not out to burn people or like I have people sometimes. So here's a perfect quick little thing I can tell you guys is, we have this Canatrol, as if you follow me at all, you'll know that we have a Canatrol that dries and cures. So we bought this thing. We bought it full price, man. We paid $1,500 plus shipping, 100% full price. Me and my wife was so happy to have it. Shit, we made some videos about it, put them on YouTube, and we called the makers and had a little interview with them about that. And they were really receptive to it. And we want to make some videos. We want to say the right shit about this machine. Can you tell us what to say? And they were very cool. So they did that. Well, they ended up watching our videos and they contacted us through an email and said, hey, we appreciate you, blah, blah, blah. We would like to offer you because I told them like 5 of my friends have now bought one. So they said, we want to offer you a code. It'll save your friends a few bucks. And the honest to God's truth was I told them like, they had a different structure to where the person selling them did better than the person that was buying them. And I told them that is not cool. It makes me look bad. And I wanted to change it. So I restructured it to where the people get $50 off of their shipping cost, or however you want to look at it. It's $50 off, but we paid full price for ours, man. It's not like they sent us one and then we're just lying about it because we got a free one. And that's the kind of shit that people message me, and it messes with me. I'm like, dude, I'm not lying to you. I really bought this with my hard-earned money. I saved up for 6 months and I kept watching it. And we had all these buds that were total shit in fucking jars all over the house. And my heart was broken for all. I had like 2.5 pounds of weed that just, I didn't even want to smoke, man. Big hard buds. It looked beautiful, but smelled like fucking cat piss, you know? It was just nasty.
Think we even had a little PTSD left over
Yeah.
from it, residual, because
know?
it was traumatic.
It's
And
like they
then-
slightly fermented or something, or
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
it's something like,
I think I left it wet too long, but not enough to grow mold. I've never found one little dot of mold, but it does have a bad smell, and I just can't figure it out. Now it just like, I tried everything. It was in the summertime. We had a
and
big
there
harvest.
were spikes in humidity,
Mhm.
and temperatures got out of control, and they were left like that for like
So I guess-
6 hours or so. And that was enough to,
What I was getting at was just it can be tough to navigate this community a little bit, because I want to be the dude that people rely on to give a good, honest review. And when somebody comes out like that, just out of nowhere and blames you, and then I had people tell me that are more into this to me that you're going to have that, man. When you put yourself out there, you're going to find trolls and shit. So that's why I really don't put my face out there yet, you know, just for that reason. But I don't like that. I feel, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, I just feel like almost. When I go in these shows, like I'll be the only square out of 8 people that's not showing their face. And it makes me feel almost just like I'm just being disrespectful to them. I know they understand and everybody understands, but you just lose that body language and, you know, kind of looking someone in the eye. And if someone's
Yeah, for
nodding,
sure.
you can tell when they're ready to start talking and shit. And, you know, but it's whatever. That's just why I don't. But it is nice to meet you, man. And the old blunt, I know we were talking about blunts, and that's what I think of when I see your thing now is the blunts,
Yeah.
man.
I would have rolled one, but I don't want to take a nap. I'm already on like the joint level. If I go further, it's gonna be game over.
I feel you, man. I'm about ready for a midday nap myself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy though about like sponsorships. I don't know. I mean, I do understand though, people probably have a bad taste in their mouth from like the Mars Hydro and all that crap, like when it was like blurples, and
Yeah,
it probably wasn't the most honest opinion. But
right.
for someone like yourself, you're just growing it like I am. And if I can see you apply a product, that's good for me.
Yeah, man. And it's like with the light reviews we do, we have a power meter, you know. I try to put the power meter
Yeah,
under
that's
there.
really cool. I need one of those. That's going to be one of my next things. Really pimp.
And it's nice to be able to show, like, here's the plants starting out. Here they are 2 weeks, a month, however you want to go, and be able to show the incremental growth based on what you're doing, what you're using. And I mean, how can it not be any more honest than that? And, you know, it's part of the growing pains with me is like, I don't like people giving me shit, you know what I mean? When it's not founded, I you know, so it's just
And
like,
the thing is, you're actually taking it to like the sponsorship thing. So you're actually forcibly dedicating your time. Do you know what I mean?
well, yeah, I mean, we
I have like zero schedule. I don't need to do anything for anyone. You might actually need to make a video even if you didn't want to that day or something.
oh yeah, there's times
So
where, yeah,
people
like
should
with
respect that. You're actually taking the time to do it. Not a lot of people will do it.
yeah, it's fun though. Like I wish
Probably
we could
is.
throw the outtakes up. You know?
Right.
That would be the
See, some of our stuff goes through Grow Sponsor with Dr. MJ Coco, which I encourage everybody to go to growsponsor.com if you're looking to get products, and it's a great way to connect growers with products and get good solid reviews, and not just one, you know what I mean? You can, if you get enough people using like the fertigation manager that we're using here through Grow Tech USA, you know, that's all, you know, you'll get multiple feedbacks, not just one person in their code or whatever. So that's
what would you
reason
call
why
that? Like third party review or something?
Yeah, I'd like to get that, because then you have multiple people. It's not just, like I said, there's always that, well, you have an incentive to give a good review. And that's, what I
Right.
mean?
Well, with the Canatrol, you don't have to take our word for it, because there are quite a few people out there that got the same product, and they're having the same experience as we are.
Yep.
They're having the same the product does exactly as it says and more.
Yep.
Consistently. Every time.
Consistently.
What I guess
That's
it
the
should
big thing.
one thing it should come down to is just really growing your own medicine, doing the best you can with what you have, what you can afford, and what's available to you, So
No
I
doubt.
guess if you can only grow one plant under a blurple and hang dry at 90 degrees, and that's all you can do, try it, man. Do the best you can. Expect the results that people are telling you, but do the best you can. I mean, that's my encouragement is, I think if I was in a whole different situation and I know what I know, I would still try to grow something, even if it wasn't good parameters or I couldn't make it absolutely ideal as I am able to now, that I would still want to try it. So,
How long have you been growing? How many years?
We started in the winter of 2016.
Sick. Okay. I think
Yeah.
I have like those big blue water bottles.
Yeah.
I have one from when I started, and I just looked at it earlier, and it says 2019. So
There you go.
yeah, but like you guys grew a few years before getting into making videos and all that stuff.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we both grew when before we met each other. We had grown when we were younger,
Very nice.
and tried. And then actually when I met Crispy, I had a small little plant in the window growing, just bullshitting around, it was always there, but there were certain
I did
times in
that
my
once.
life where I couldn't grow just based on things. And when I was
No
younger,
doubt.
we used to grow outside, but we didn't know shit. We just was throwing hell. Like I was telling people many times, we tried throwing fish heads in holes and then planting the seeds in there a week later. We didn't realize how things worked. And I told someone before that the deer ate the tops off, man, and they got real big and bushy. We were like, check this one out, man. We thought it was going to die because the deer got to it. Here, they topped it for us, but they never made it to anything. People would steal them. It was probably my friends that I was growing them with. We'd come down and they were going, oh, look, they're gone. It was probably them. But anyhow, they would never get bigger than thumbnails, bud size, and they would get either stolen, picked, or we'd have them hanging up trying to smoke them. It's how you are when you're 16. But that was like some bullshit. But later in life, like I said, when we got together, got our own place, had some time and whatnot, and it was pretty much game on. We were like, hell yeah, let's try it again. We both, and I know my wife here, she had grown in a bucket. You remember the bucket plant?
Yeah. I grew it in a 5-gallon bucket. I drilled holes in the bottom of it, and I didn't have any information. I was winging it, and I couldn't tell anybody. It was a secret I had to keep all to myself. And I couldn't,
She's
I dare breathe a word about it to anyone around me. But yeah, I used Miracle Grow, and I did it very stealthily. But man, the thing, like I said, it was in a 5-gallon bucket, and I was getting, nervous because it was getting big and,
No doubt,
and bushy.
no doubt. It was working.
Yeah,
it was working. I mean, it was growing, and I had. It caused me more stress because I couldn't tell anybody, and I was constantly worried about how close people were going to get in the small area that I had it in, and the woods that I could grow it in, which was outdoor.
So, I mean, we both had a little bit of experience before we started this, but we didn't know anything. We weren't on the internet. Like, I remember one guy telling me, I've told this story before, when we were younger, we were growing in this little field by my friend's house. We had, I think, 3 plants in there that made it. And only one, I believe, ended up being female and giving us little buds. But anyhow, he told us, he was like, the only advice I can give you youngins is, because, people, they'll hide. Back then, it was like they wouldn't tell you how to grow. They didn't want you to be able to grow your own shit. You got to
exactly.
Come from
it was
me,
a
man.
club.
Yeah, it was like,
Very
no, man,
exclusive.
I took me years to learn how to get my plants up to this. I'm not telling you shit, but he said the one thing he would tell us is to bend our plants over and tie them down to the ground once they got tall enough. And his advice, his explanation is that the good sap, the good THC sap runs up the stalk and it goes down over that bend and then it can't come back. And so we all know that that's bullshit now based on plant physiology. But, that was like they noticed something happening when they tied their plants down, which we realize now that's training, and the plant reacts with auxins and shit. But they noticed something and they kept doing it. And I thought that was pretty freaking cool, but they didn't really have an explanation why. And it was cool that the old timer told us that, but his name was Red Eye, man. And this dude used to grow the best buds. And it was crazy because he would harvested whole plants and hang it in this really hot ass garage and cure it, the whole plant and everything. It ended up being some of the finest buds maybe I've ever had. And I find that to be very peculiar that his drying conditions and shit, I would find appalling right now, his drying and curing.
I had
And,
the same experience. Yeah.
They would put them in garbage bags, man, for like 2 days. They would haul them down out of the woods in garbage bags and shit in the back of a truck down a big long dirt road, throw them in a garage, come back like in a day or two. And then they would use a chain. They would hang a chain across the garage and they would take these whole plants and they would stick the stalks up through the chain links and it would just hold it in there, would hang and hold it there. And it was an easy way for them to unhook them. They just give them a little twist, they pop right out. And I tell you what, man, you go up there and buy, they were $25 eighths. And it was some of the finest buds I ever had in my life. And we used to ask for hints and tips and they wouldn't give us seeds. They wouldn't do anything for us, man. So we kind of just figured, as a kid, it comes in one ear out the other. You lose interest in growing real quick when you don't see something fast, man, really quick. So you're like, but I'm on to something else. But now, when we started growing in our house, we did the same as you. We grabbed an empty room, threw auto flowers in it, and threw some high pressure sodium light above it. And we was in soil back then. And that's the way we went, man, off to the races. Well, I guess we started with photos.
We were just having fun. We were, threw bag seed in a poinsettia that we had from Christmas.
That's right.
And, we got a bag. It had some seeds in it. We threw them in the dirt and one popped out. I shouldn't say dirt, soil.
Yes.
But.
And it popped out and it was off to the races.
Up and, at the time we were like, cool,
She's like, can you want to keep you? I bet you can't keep that alive.
I bet you can't keep that thing alive.
So
because the poinsettia was looking real bad, like dying.
So I scooped it out, man, and put it in some soil and popped it in the window, and the rest was history. We ended up growing those a couple bag seeds, and they hermied on us real bad.
We named those seeds Laverne and Shirley from the television show.
That's right,
because we were like, oh, cool, this is actually working. This is awesome. But we didn't know about light leaks.
So we changed the name to Laverne and Shirley because they hermied on us, and then we called it Shirley instead of Shirley. And then we ended up having to. So what we found out then is we ran to the web to the internet. And we're like, what's going on? And we found out after a Google search that they hermied because there was too much light getting in around. So then we were like, someone had mentioned on one of the replies in this thing, it said, try growing auto flowers if you're having trouble with light leaks. And I'm thinking auto flowers. So we looked up a company. First company that came up was msnlseeds.com. And it said auto flowers. We sell auto flowers. Boom. I went on there and ordered a pack and we grew them for the next 5 years, man. Oh, we love them auto flowers. We come out into the open room out of the closet and it was so much fun. We had a shit ton of flower out of those because they were getting big for us, man, getting 20 hours of daylight. And we had a lot of fun with them. And now we moved and got tents. And so we spread our wings and got into these photo periods. And now we're taking clones and doing regulars. And it's just one fun trip after the next. And, here we are, 6 years in or so. And it seems like I'm still learning shit every day, man. And I'm constantly asking questions. And, it's just, I always tell people the more that I learn, it seems like the more I realize I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah, with weed, it's fun. It's very variable. Every seed is different. Every setup is different. It's endless, really. Which makes it fun. It's not like fixed. It's very floating.
It's never the same. Smot, I am totally 100% honored that I'm the first photo period in your garden, dude.
You're the first regular photo period.
We're super stoked. We're so happy.
You had a fun photo once?
Yeah, we had the do-si-dos, and what else? We had a couple do-si-dos in there that were photo.
They were
feminized.
feminized.
They were photo. Yours is photo regulars.
There you go. I still take the honor.
Oh
it's
yeah. Oh
definitely-
yeah. It's going. Yeah.
We're honored to grow your seeds, man. We've been looking up to you for a long time. As I mentioned before, we watched you on the shows and we listen to you and we see your garden and everything. And I'm like, shit, I want to try that out, you know? So we're honored to be able to grow. And it's fun. It's made us a nice, close friends. I feel like it's made us closer friends, us growing your seeds and being able to win these. And that just shows the grower love that you put out there, Tal. We were able to accept some of that. And it's been a blast, man. I'm looking forward to the harvest, the cure, the review of the smoke, growing the clones. It's not going to stop here, man. We're going to be tagging you all in the Instagram post for a while.
Awesome. Thank you for trusting my genetics too. It's awesome.
It is fun, man. And hopefully we'll be able to spread them around.
It worked out so magically. It is like magic because
that's 40 days from seeds, man.
These little anomalies too. I'm just so grateful. And look at her, man. She is just.
Yeah, I want everybody to know that. That's 40 days from this time we scuffed the seed until the time we flipped the 12-12. It got topped one time and it was a tricot. And that's what so that's a straight shot to the genetics right there. All we did was hook an auto fertigation system up and let her go. And there you go. That's a if that's not a nod to genetics, run over to Daga. Is that right, Tal?
Yeah.
Daga has these seeds.
If you go to Daga Gardens, or even if you put in Daga.love, it'll take you to that site.
Yes,
and if you put Amy in the search engine, it'll take you to Amy Ace's, or it would be one of the options at least. So.
Right.
I was just gonna say that I think I've seen your seeds. I'll probably have to try them eventually. Right now, I'm not doing photos inside, but 2 years ago I did grow photos outside. I do it every once in a while. So
there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I did.
I put 20 beans in the pack just because that they're not feminized.
Yeah, totally, absolutely.
So.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
Amy, dude, knock on wood. Everyone who has ventured to grow out Amy has loved her growing and smoking it. So I'm really happy with her. And eventually I will be putting one of my favorite smokes is the Blueberry by Cheesequake that I made. That's the plant I was showing you. That's one of my favorite smokes right now that I have.
So is that coming out?
So yeah, I have the seed. I don't have enough of it right now. The plants that I was just showing you, in that tent, I'm going to put some that I'm going to end up seeding. So there is I have the straight AK beans blueberry that I just actually shoved in there. And yeah, and then like 2 or 3 weeks, I'll hit them with pollen. And then, that's going to be the real, because I only have a limited supply because I did like a test, I did a test plant where I only pollinated, I didn't get a shit ton of seed. So, but now that I like it so much, I'm going to do another run of that, make a ton of them and have them available for people.
Yes, for sure, man.
Yeah.
We'll be repeat.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Now, for sure. And if if anybody ever wants to know what the Amy's is about, you can send them our way. I'll be happy to answer questions or whatever. I'm going to do a strain review on Cocoa for Cannabis whenever she's all done and cured and smoking, and I'm smoking on her, and it'll be everything from how she grew, how well she took light densities from. And EC and how her root ball looked whenever we exhumed her, the whole 9 yards, man, from seed beginning to end. And there's a journal at Cocoa for Cannabis, which is journaling Amy Ace's trip from tricot little seedling to getting the Farmer Freeman's test back to all the way up to now. And it's been a cross of picture journals and video journals, and I've been trying to keep up on it as much as I can because I really want to have all this down for my own self.
You're doing awesome documentation. Even on the IG alone, you got it all. And I'm just so happy that appreciation is just like that one branch and it's not the whole plant because. I was a little nervous because like we were talking about it on the Cheap Homegrown show one time and everyone like Dr. Coco and I think Kyle even said, that the fasciation looks cool and all, but it's a hindrance to some growth, but it looks like Amy's overcoming that shit.
Oh yeah, she grew right all around it, man. And only thing that worries me is I got to keep an eye on it so that it doesn't start to mold, being that it's so hard and
like in the
compact. And
middle.
if it does, I don't want it to introduce mold to the other buds around it. So I am going to clean it up around there and keep it very, very open and airy. And if I see some crazy shit going on, it might have to get it amputated, you know, right there at the top.
Don't be
Yeah,
shy.
and-
Cut that shit right off.
Oh,
And if we do, I'm gonna put it in my journal and smash it, you know, like you would like between books, like a rose. And I'll just tape it to the page and she'll become a part of our written journal.
Our written journal.
Our private thoughts,
That's
our
awesome.
private.
Yeah.
Dear Grow Journal, today.
One of my plants had one of those branches last time. It turned out fine, but I would agree it's likely undesirable.
Right.
If it gets really like dense, you just got to go in there with like surgical precision and just like cut out the sugar leaves.
Yep.
You know
That's
what
exactly
I mean?
that's exactly what I was thinking about doing, man. You mentioned that because I was really looking in there and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get in here.
Even
like,
if you need to like if you need to like grab the tip of the leaf and pull it down so you can like get in the stem.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I need to do it sooner rather than later before it
Yeah.
builds up around it more and more and more and more. It
Yes,
starts to
yes.
swallow more of the leaf. So that's you can see training got out of control, and that's something I have been not really on point with either. Some of these coals I'll probably have to tie up to the net because I left them too low, but it's all good.
We have room.
We'll figure it out.
We can.
And then what's up? When's it? Now it'll be a while before your chocolate's available then, right, Cal?
Oh yeah, dude, a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be something to watch out for in the future, man.
Chocolate would be really good. I was always a fan of like chocolate blunts, like Phillies, chocolate Phillies and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I never tried those. Wow.
It's my uncle's favorite, so it's kind of like an OG thing, but they're good. They're good.
Interesting.
Yeah. Small cigars are really good. I think my favorite ones are maybe called a café crème. It's like cream coffee. Small cigars. They're like that big, like just
that
a
sounds
little.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. Nice little treat once in a while.
Hell yeah. Damn, well, I guess I might have ran us a little late tonight, huh? I'm just talking away. We were supposed to go for 2 hours. I hope I didn't keep you guys from anything. I think I promised you like 10 minutes ago that we were going to get off of here.
Or maybe like 45. I'm not quite sure. I'm looking at the clock. But what I was going to say, though, it's funny. You were mentioning a story about like your early days. And same thing for me. Like when I was young, knew this guy. He lived out of town. And around here, there's a famous kind of weed. It's called R2. It's like a skunk weed.
Okay.
And it grows well outside. And like I'm up north, so that's very desirable for around here, of course. And I think it's probably clone only. I think it comes from the bikers kind of thing.
Okay.
And this guy was growing it, and then he showed me how to grow and showed me how to make hash and everything.
Cool.
But he wasn't really at a high level, though, surprisingly, and he had been doing it his whole life.
Do you think that's because of I think a lot of that might have to do with those older timers. They didn't have the accessibility to the social media to get the information like we do. Everything they had came from just in their little district, you know what I mean? And books. And
Plus
shit.
It was illegal everywhere.
Yeah, High Times magazine maybe or something like. You know, you had a few of those. What was it? Murphy Stevens had the books out back in the early days. How to grow marijuana indoors or something like that at Murphy Stevens.
The Grower's Bible, stuff like that.
Yeah, like 70. That came out in 1979 and shit. But that's when a lot.
If I recall, though, one of the guys that grew in his basement, we would hang out there, but he never produced anything. He grew a massive mother and harvested it when it was like the buds were still like raspberries. Like it was, and put it like in the oven.
Yeah, man.
And he got busted for like selling clones. It was so retarded, anyways. But oh man, yeah. In that Growers Bibles book, though, I think it said something about if you have like red on your stems, it's like nitrogen. But that doesn't even make sense. Nitrogen makes your plant go yellow, right?
Well, nitrogen will green up your plant for sure.
So it's just kind of weird. I don't know. I find it's better just to, do it yourself and just kind of watch. But
It's tough with the grow Bibles from back in the day because that, like my wife mentioned, there was really not legal anywhere, and they didn't have really any studies going on. So all of the information, what's up?
I was just going to say, yeah, in the early days, there was a lot of misinformation pushed around too,
no doubt.
And people, it came from a good place, though. I think people were trying to share what they thought to be a truth. You know what I mean?
And so,
yeah, they were like, "Hey, this is the best we know," and from what I can see, this is working.
And then maybe at a later date, release like a version 2 of the book or version 3 with more pages and pictures. But
it's so cool to see that some of them older books and some of the older pictures, and like those are the true OGs that were doing it, and like also like my wife said before, and it was legal anywhere. I don't even think that Mississippi State had a breeding thing or whatever back then. Is that where they do that? Mississippi State, I think.
But yeah, what I was getting at though is this guy, just like your guy, would dry his shit in his attic, and it's like plus 40 Celsius and 100% humidity.
Wow. Yeah, exactly.
And then he would cure it in a bucket like this.
That's would it turn out like sometimes it would be fire though for this dude.
It was the best. It was the best outdoor you could get. Best.
Dude, it was this ridiculous. It was always
it was
so
better
sticky.
than the hydro, like the rock hard nugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because I remember getting a bag. We would get Red Eyes weed and we would have it in our pockets, man. And you would bust it out in like a room full of people, and bam, you could smell it. The bag would be sticking together from the stickiness. You know how that is. And it would just have that. It was like, damn. So honestly, when I'm growing, that's what I chase, is that old school funky shit, man, that I loved. It was like real skunky. And for me, I'm not that old. I'm 42. So you're talking mid 90s, is the buds that I'm talking about that were just, man, I love that shit. I'm constantly chasing.
Same era.
Durban poison.
Someone pointed something out to me, and maybe this was you, Tal, that our cannabinoid system changes with age. And so maybe that same bud wouldn't affect me today as it did as, say, a 16 or 17-year-old youngster, or even at that time of sometimes 15-year-old, and so maybe it wouldn't be, but it had that, and it's weird. And this may sound like I'm bullshitting you because Tal's right here, but the rubber smell and shit that I'm getting off this Amy Ace is slightly indicative of that old school, like a skunkier. I don't know. It's just, it's hard to put it on. This is weird, like almost like a BO kind of skunk smell. It's weird. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it reminds me of that old and I'm thinking, dude, I'm starting to get excited. I'm thinking, I don't want to get overzealous and be let down, but I have some real hopes for the smells, especially in putting this shit in the Canatrol. And I want to know.
I know.
When you were talking about the old school, I'm like, man, I hope your Amy gets you there, because definitely the mother. That's why I love the mother so much. It just has special, like, and I ask people all the time, like, what does it smell like? What does it taste like? It tastes like really good old school weed.
Yeah,
that's a lot,
Well, hear this. Like, I grew a weed that actually tasted like rubber, that had the rubber in it. And here's the cross. It's a Alien OG, which is Cali Connection. And then it was bred to like their prized auto to give it the traits.
Okay.
So it's an OG, Alien OG that might give a rubber type thing.
Yeah.
And I got a rubber and grapefruit, but it says that it would include earthy, which my chem has. My chem has the earth, the dry earth. And then it has chocolate, which is possible. The rubber, which is definitely possible. The zesty, which is definitely possible. So interesting. OG, Alien OG, OGs, chems, earth, rubber. I don't know. It was good old school shit, I think. It was probably like some old OG chem super weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alien OG. That's something. Wonder what that's That's pretty cool. I'll have to remember that because we do have the spring auto fly. Only thing I
But
have on
The
hand
one,
is lemon.
I grew though is called Ripley's OG.
Ripley's.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really nice by Mephisto. I've only grown Mephisto actually. No, actually, my first run was Dynafem.
Yeah, they got a
Nope.
great reputation. You don't like them?
Man, like the buds were the size.
I never grew them. I'm just curious because it
Yeah.
seems like they have a good reputation amongst the
It
forums.
worked.
Yeah.
It was my first time and it grew and the buds were the size of my arm. Like it was the
Nice.
biggest buds I ever had. But it was a problem because the mold and everything, it was way too big.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weak too. So I don't know. I wouldn't consider them having the best reputation, to be honest. But
Yeah,
Okay.
probably autos are not the best, I bet.
Yeah.
I think they had a good reputation for the early days when there was a lot of bunk, like a lot of
Okay.
bunk. But
Yeah.
now there's even higher quality, but there's still a lot of bunk, obviously.
Yeah.
People
Huh.
say like, oh, I get a quarter on an auto, or like
Yeah,
an
that
ounce.
doesn't work. Yeah.
No, that doesn't work. I normally get like between 6 and 8 ounces, maybe a little more, like
Right.
Yeah, that's what-
half pound a plant.
Yeah, that seems to be more along the lines of what our experience was with getting them 20 hours of daylight. And
Mhm.
if we were able to keep shit in line, it worked out pretty good. But
Mhm.
and that's part of my journey here and all of this is to grow photo periods. Now that I know a little bit, I can get them to the finish line in a proper fashion and cure them. I want to do my own side by sides and do some regulars like we're doing here. I want to do we have some photo femmes and then we have autos as well. And I want to do some and see what the differences are now that I don't have to worry about my cure, because before I would maybe I would think if I grow a photo, the only way I can really compare it is if I nail my cure. What if I nail the cure in the auto, but not the photo? Then it's not an even comparison. That takes this thing,
Yep.
it takes away that if factor. So now I feel like we can get the pure results of what our grow produced by putting it in there. And especially with both plants going into the same exact environment, this will be some fun shit. I think there's something to these regulars. I know this plant's a hard one to really judge because of its anomalies, but I still think that there is something to be said for those. But those Matanuska Thunders, they're in the plant in the tent next to me, are feminized seeds, and I don't see any loss in vigor or anything. Those things are totally ripping, man.
Yeah,
When-
they're killing it.
They are
Yeah.
doing good, man. They're only like 40 some days old total, man. We flipped those at 40 days as well. And I'm starting to think that it was a little bit too long. We waited. And so I might have to do a real good, take a lot of lower growth off of those.
It's all really fun, man. When I did the photo periods, it was probably like I had 1 year under my belt probably. And I started them inside early. They grew like 3-4 feet inside. Yeah, like big. They got big. They filled my whole old closet. And then I even when I cleaned them up, I made clones. It totally worked. I just put them in cocoa and it worked. And then I grew up those clones. I grew up those clones outside. It worked. And then the plants, I topped them twice. So like once and then once, twice, you know what I mean?
Right. I gotcha.
And then they got like 12, 14 foot tall. It was Amherst sour diesel.
Nice.
It's just, to be honest though, I don't know. I think when you grow it outdoors, the buds are just more leafy and it's more annoying to smoke the bud, but it might be a little bit better for hash.
Trimming it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ratio, the calyx to leaf ratio, like my indoor is way better than my outdoor, and they were both good, but it's way better indoor. I don't know, but it's really fun though. Yeah, but it's just all those leaves though. It makes so much trim that it would be amazing for hash.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I got
I'm sure.
But Smot and Crispy, it's always good hanging with you guys. Magister Templey, it's good to meet you.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm gonna peel out too. Very nice to meet you. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out too, let you guys get to it. I'm gonna get to it too. It's almost 8 p.m. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Time
thank
flew
you guys
by.
so much for hanging out with us. We really, really appreciate it. The cat, she's trying to eat the
She's
plant.
trying to eat my plant.
No, kitty.
Kitty.
does she eat like a leaf or two and then
Oh,
like
she loves
puke in
it.
it? Does she puke in a corner after? Or?
She will get sick if she has too
has if
much.
she
Yeah,
does
yeah.
She's so bad, I can't stop her here. But yeah, guys, thank you for coming by. Sorry if we kept you a little longer. I get the bullshit and I get caught up in some of these topics, and I could talk this stuff all day. We're going to be doing this again tomorrow. We hope everyone will stop by. And all I did was make her a little. Stand now. That's supposed to be a grate to block her from getting in, but she's so bad. She's going to
It's
get
just
sick.
a little footstool for
Yeah, that's all it is.
her.
But I appreciate you guys, Tal and Magister Templar, very much for hanging out.
And
with us.
everyone else who hung out with us.
Everyone else, yeah.
You guys want to give your final shout outs if you want to let everybody know where to find you if you want to.
Yeah, you're welcome to do whatever.
Yeah. Cheers to everybody. God bless. Have a good weekend, and probably see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace out.
Awesome.
All right, I'll shout out the sun. Wait.
Yeah, Sundays.
They confused. Is that
Yes.
what it is? Okay.
Sundays to
Yeah.
confuse. Yep, you got it. There's so many shows they're hard to keep track of, Tal.
Yeah, well, I'm always Sundays and confused. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, everybody go check that out tomorrow. I will show up. I'll come in. Yeah, I'll come tomorrow and we'll talk.
Sweet.
And then the Cheap Home Grow show at 7 Eastern tomorrow night. I'll be there too. Knock on wood, the good Lord willing. And Smart and Crispy, thanks for the hospitality. It's always good hanging. And yet, like you, Smart, I always time flies by when we were talking cannabis, and I love it. So it's always good.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys around. Peace out, everyone. Love chat and growers love.
Girl love.
See you, Tal. Thank you, buddy.
Peace out.
Peace out.
And yeah, thanks to the chat and Mountain Dan, Crack Babies, Penny, Brady, Staggering, everybody, Chiba Man. Yes, it's nice to
It's
W
nice to
Digger.
see everybody.
Nice to see everybody, and thanks for hanging out with us. I guess we'll catch you tomorrow,
Yeah,
everybody.
Stop
Thanks.
back tomorrow. Sundays and Confused. We go at noon Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget about setting your clocks back, or no, forward, springing
Spring
ahead.
forward, yes, and be sure to smile on your brother, man. We're all in this together. We're all farmers, and we're all just trying to, do the best we can to get our medicine. So let's be nice to each other. I need to take heed to that, and hopefully we can spread a lot of grower love and a little less bullshit. And you guys are awesome. We love you.